We are live. So it's been alive for about 1 minute and 34 seconds. Hi, everybody. Episode 300 of the Morning Skate. You got your host, Ked, here, joined by my co-host, Brownie. Brownie, what's going on, bro?
Nothing, buddy. We haven't talked for a while on this. I mean, we've talked, but
yeah, I mean,
wait, let's talk. First off, show the shirt that you wear.
Yeah, I got my Ducks slow pitch softball shirt. Shout out to Ben Lombard on that one for hooking me up. That was pretty cool. You and I spoke, and I told you I was going to wear a suit, and I just went with a polar opposite kind of thing.
I went with a button-down shirt. I got to represent the Boston Lobsters and a fancy hat. So
I mean, you look sharp. I think
it's about as dressed as we get, man.
I got a haircut. I shaved today. We'll count that.
All right,
we good with that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so it is our 300th podcast, which is fucking pretty crazy to talk about. Throughout the course of this podcast, I think Brownie hit up some people. We were going to get some guests. He asked me to do the same, and guess what? I didn't because I am on brand, and I'm not losing that. Brownie, do you have your Taco Bell? And we have Taco Bell. Brownie's got Taco Bell. I have a bottle of champagne. I got some high noon.
Look, I haven't even tasted the Baja Blast.
I love that. I love that, dude.
I
love how you put the straw on like that, by the way. I like how you kept the little paper up top. It's classy.
Oh, I bartended for a long time.
I have. Yeah, all right. Do we get it?
And also, it's just so gross. Like, my truck's going to stink tomorrow. All right, here's my first sip of Baja Blast ever.
All right, here we go. What do you think? It's pretty fucking good. Give it a chance. And also, don't think negative. Like, go in with an open mind.
I am going in with an open mind, but my truck stinks, and I'm like,
zero to 10 on the Baja Blast.
I mean, I don't really drink soda, so it's pretty good because I don't drink soda anymore. But it tastes like kind of tastes like Mellow Yellow a little bit.
I think the only thing I really know about Mellow Yellow is wasn't that like one of the cars in the Days of Thunder movie with Tom Cruise? I'm pretty sure he drove the Mellow Yellow car.
Oh, I think you're right. Cole Trickle.
I listen, man. The fucking.
You know they're making another one of those?
What'd you say?
They're making another one.
They should. They absolutely should. That movie was fucking unbelievable.
He's determined to kill himself on screen. So.
It's what he does. So I don't really know what's going to happen with this podcast. I'm just kind of planning on going through it as if it's a normal podcast, right? But I think you said that people are going to hop in and out whenever that does.
Well, happen. So how does it work? If someone hops in, do you have to let them in?
Or I don't know. I think it'll just kind of pop up, and then hopefully I recognize that it pops up. Also, we already have a mea culpa because I did not play the intro music.
Well, we haven't started yet.
Okay, so should we start now? Intro music. All right.
So how am I supposed to do this Taco Bell? Just eat it randomly throughout?
Yeah, I think so. Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out Jennings.
Days of Thunder pull was world class. Thanks for recognizing. Real recognizes real. Yeah, I mean, maybe like how many things from Taco Bell? What was the order?
So they didn't have the volcano thing?
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
I got a hold on, I have the picture of what you texted me. I got a cheesy gordita crunch.
Perfect. That's
a crunch wrap supreme.
Okay, so you have two things, and then you just have a Baja Blast.
Yeah.
So maybe like I don't know. You pop off whenever you want to.
What I'll do is when you do an NHL in the news is when I'll start eating.
Okay, I'm all right with that. With that.
Are we jumping in? You want to just go?
Yeah, I think we start off with mea culpas, right? So
fire it up, man.
You're on.
Hi, this is Mea Culpa, and I'm here to introduce the Morning Skates Mea Culpas with Ked and Brownie.
All right. Quick shout out to Mia. I tried to get her to come on. She was going to be one of my surprises. She could not schedule it to go with our timeline. And shout out to her. I know she's probably going to listen or watch at some point, but we tried.
I've never met or seen Mea Culpa, so it's like
neither have I. So
she's the most mysterious girl in the world.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so Mea Culpa, to start off, Adam Fantilli is from Nobleton, Ontario. You were correct on that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. PWHL. The only player we missed was Mika Zandy Hart, who is a defenseman, former Cornell University captain. She is and she's on the New York team.
Okay.
So you got a pretty good team there, bud.
What we do. Actually, it's not what we do. New York sports is awful, so maybe this will kind of correct things a little bit.
All right. Ronald Acuna Jr., who we talked about last pod, he now has 40 home runs and 70 steals.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a fucking season, dude. Like, I don't think it's the first time I think anybody's ever done this. That's insane.
Yeah, and I think as he adds on to his home runs and steals, he just keeps setting new records.
But I'm pretty sure the season's over now. At least in the Yankees don't have any games left. Yeah.
Is baseball over?
Well, we got playoffs. Yankees didn't make playoffs, so.
Did the Red Sox?
No, you guys finished last.
No shit.
Sucks to suck.
Oh, that stinks. The Colossal Labs, who we talked about.
Go ahead. Oh, what is this?
God save our gracious King, long live our noble King.
What's going on right now?
Just go with it.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Pardon me. Oh, I see you've interrupted me singing my favorite tune because that banger really slaps, if you know what I mean. My name is Alistair Poppycock. I'm an American Revolution denier.
I brought in an American Revolutionary denier for you.
So is he just the enemy? Is that what's going on?
No. Just bear with him.
Far from the enemy. Ked, is it? It is such a pleasure to be on this podcast hosted by Brownie, because I do suppose that the nickname Girl Scout would be a touch too masculine for you, yes?
Oh, man.
And Ked, a man named after the least athletic sneaker in the universe. I loved it when Taylor Swift was the spokesmodel. Electric.
Oh, man.
Anywho, my name is Alistair Poppycock. I am an American Revolution denier because it never happened. It's an Illuminati conspiracy. The empire is alive and well. Lexington and Concord was filled with crisis actors, and George Washington is a lizard person. And I know this because I've done my own research on the subject. You can do it too. Now, Ked, I understand you're from Saratoga.
Yeah.
The site of two very major events in history. Number one, you and your friend got kicked out of the national park for drinking like a couple of free-range alcoholic pigeons. And number two, the resplendent General John Burgoyne presented his sword to Continental Genital Horatio Gates, not in surrender, but as a gift, so that Horatio Gates might finally feel what it's like to grasp the hilt of a real general.
Brownie.
All right. Way to make it weird there at the end, Snoop.
Snoop? Who is Snoop? I am Alistair Poppycock, American Revolution denier. And I'll tell you what's weird, Brownie, is that everyone is so eager to believe the mainstream media pamphlets that were circulated by coastal elites like Paul Revere and Samuel Adams. I would think that you knuckle draggers from New York and New England who love to shine your Sherwoods about the original six would easily be able to picture a bunch of uncivilized amateurs desperately playing dump and change all over the continent while begging the French Navy to call delay of game, and all while facing bloody humiliation, time and time again at the hands of sophisticated, divinely anointed, disciplined machine in scarlet uniforms known as the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, the British Redcoats. To say that the British were defeated is a hoax perpetrated upon the British people.
I'm speechless, Brownie, at this point.
Evidently, Brownie is too. You're missing your line, Brownie. You have a line here.
Sorry.
Stop fantasizing about Jerome McGinley and Patrice Bergeron taking turns shooting into your 5.5 hole and follow the script.
Alistair Poppycock, American Revolution denier. Have you prepared something for our 300th episode?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Ked, I've written an ode to your hometown. Now, I asked Brownie how he would spell Saratoga, and he said Concussion, Saratoga. So I've written it out for you on this parchment, because I know that anyone who roots for the New York Rangers is one big apple shy of a bushel and a peck, intellectually speaking, if you know what I mean. So, here we are. S is for the sun, never setting upon the British Empire. A is for Americans. Such an adorable nickname you loyal British subjects have given yourself. R is for, are you going to bend the knee to George III or what? A, as in, hey, I have an idea. Why don't you just pay the tax on your tea? Oh, you don't think it's fair? Gee whiz, you 13 colonies are bigger whiners than the boomers who don't like regular season games ending in a shootout. And A is for another 247 years, and we'll have you Yankee bastards right back where we want you. God save our precious king. Long live.
Yeah, not only is he a revolutionary denier, this is another Bruins masshole that we brought.
I'm shocked by that. Oh
God. Hey, complete with pasta, kid.
So, John, this is my buddy John. Johnny, I just hope your mom is watching this, because she's so proud of you for this.
Oh yeah. You want to know what she'd think? She'd go, I can't believe we spent all of that money on college so you can play with your friends in the basement wearing your son's Benedict Arnold costume. That is sadder than that Sasquatch-looking Mika Zabinajad spinning records for Viking dance parties instead of practicing in the off-season. Boom!
Okay, so at what point did you think that I wanted to kick him out of here?
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but he was going, man.
I know. I mean, dude, I almost booted him when he said that George Washington wasn't a stud. I literally almost hit remove, and I was like, but I didn't know if you had paid somebody to do this.
He is a great friend of mine. He is a trained theater actor, and we started to, and he loves the New England Revolution, and he like does walking tours and stuff. He's really knowledgeable. And I was telling him about the Battle of Saratoga, and he's like, I know about the Battle of Saratoga. You were 100% wrong. It was an important battle. And that morphed into him coming on here as a revolutionary denier, and he came up with that whole thing. Yeah. Dude, he came up with that today.
That was incredible.
Yeah. So, all right. So back to the mea culpas. Wow. The Colossal Labs. Remember we talked about the Colossal Labs, who quote unquote specialize in de-extinction, have doubled down on bringing back the woolly mammoths, and are also talking about other species. They put out a promo, dude, with all this graphics and stuff. It was like a trailer for Jurassic Park. There's no way. This is how the human race is. It's not gonna be zombies. It's not gonna be flooding. It's gonna be like these ding dongs introduce woolly mammoths, and then they have to introduce Siberian tigers to, contain the woolly mammoths.
Velociraptors, bro.
Yeah, probably. The Aginla, the shift, was in Game 5 of the 2004 Stanley Cup Final versus Tampa. The Flames won 3-2 in OT, but would lose in 7 games. Iggy went 1-1-2 in over 30 minutes time on ice that game, which was pretty man shift. And this last one, dude, you've broken me with TikTok. You have flat out broken me. I somehow saw a video of a kid with a head full of lice. Ugh. Dude, I can't scratch my head without thinking about it. Every time I go on TikTok, I'm afraid it's going to be there again. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you broke me with that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, dude.
It's all right.
I mean, you broke me with that dude that was just pretending that he was a British soldier. That was insane. That was wild.
That's as wild as my guess.
I mean, if you're opening with that, I don't know what to do or say. We're gonna do NHL on the news. I need to kind of regroup. I gotta go D2D. I'll be right back. All right, NHL on the news. So Brownie, I don't even remember the last time that we talked. Have we brought up the Mike Babcock situation or no?
We talked about him. He joined them, or he was gonna, and we were like, how is this gonna end?
Okay, well, hey,
this thing's like a taco.
Yeah. So what are you starting with? Let's check it out.
I don't know. Hold on, I'll hold it up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it looks like. That's a cheesy gordita crunch right there, dude. That's the goat. That's good
Should
shit.
I eat the second?
We have. Oh my god.
Who's this? Hey, there he is.
Hey guys,
dude, hell yeah! So if you guys are tuned in on all of our channels like YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff, the guy who makes us look pretty just joined us. Ken, what's up, buddy?
Congrats on the 300 episodes.
Hell yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
bud.
Appreciate you.
Second of all, making me go second to Poppycock. What should I start juggling? Like, what should I?
Yeah, right, dude. That was wild. I still can't believe that. I'm shaking. I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was nervous to come on, like, let alone.
We went from a revolutionary denier to a Canadian.
Yeah, but like the coolest Canadian I know.
Fair.
Yeah. Oh, well,
One of them.
Sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
thanks. I appreciate it. How you guys doing? How's
We're
the
doing good,
how's
man.
the Taco Bell going?
I got to be honest with you. This cheesy gordita crunch is pretty good.
I fucking told you, dude.
I mean, it's also
so
8:45, and I haven't had dinner, so I mean that's
Oh.
part of it also.
You're always grumpy, dude. Like just eat the fucking taco, enjoy it, put a smile on your face, appreciate the sauce it comes with, right? Ken, you've had one.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I've late nights.
He's like, yeah, late nights are cool, dude.
Yeah.
So Ken, you fired up for the season or what?
Yeah, it's the year.
Oh,
It's the
yeah?
year. What's
Oh,
changed?
right
What's
now.
changed for you?
Connor Brown. It's all in Connor. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think we'll see a bounce back from Campbell, and then I think the stew and soup combo. I think it'll be all right.
You think Campbell? You think it's going to be a load share with them?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess we'll see what Stu does in his second year, but and I guess same thing goes with Campbell. But yeah, I think they'll be pretty good. I think Campbell has the ability to steal you games if he's playing really well, whereas Stu is just more steady in there. I think fairly steady.
So in your dream scenario, who gets the bulk of the starts in that?
I guess probably Skinner, just local guy. Kind of came up. We drafted him, so
play the hot guy too. It's kind of nice that you guys have the ability, kind of like the Bruins did last year, right, with Swayman and Olmark, and just see who really rides the wave. I think I saw a quote from McDavid, pretty much saying like, "This is our fucking year." Did I make that up? Like, then he's like outspoken about it.
Yeah. Him and Draisaitl actually are both, kind of talking about like that. I mean, they did it last year too, but
yeah, but dude, new year, new them. They're ready to go.
I did see that Crosby said that he thinks McDavid has another level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. We see it every year. It takes a step every year. So
insane. Like,
I just want to update you. I put away that whole thing. It was good.
It's already gone. Dude, Ken's been on here
dude.
for less than a minute.
It's 9 o'clock. I haven't eaten since like 1 o'clock today.
I knew you were gonna like that.
Should have got two.
Yeah, he should have got two. Well, I think he's following up. What was it? Crunchwrap Supremes or another one?
Whatever. The Gordita. Was that the Gordita?
That was a Gordita.
I have a Crunchwrap Supreme. I should have got the Dorito taco thing.
I mean, those are pretty solid too, but
because it's a giant Dorito with taco meat. Am I making that up?
Yeah, it's the size of a hard taco shell, but it's made out of a Dorito. Yeah.
Cool Ranch or regular?
I think you have the ability to pick either one, but if not, it's definitely regular. I would
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh. Yeah, but again, for the people who are watching, listening, whatever it is, the guy who just popped in, Ken, he does probably the most work at Morning Skate in terms of making us look good, graphics. Whenever we ask him to do
this, he did this banner behind me.
He does everything for us, and like, I mean, it's. I don't know where honestly we would be in terms of brand recognition. You just make us look legit, and I think that in itself has really helped grow this podcast. So,
let me tell you how me and Kenton's conversations usually go. Hey, Kenton, I got this idea, and I found these horrific pictures of me and Jimmy, and this is what I was thinking. And I put it in a PowerPoint and I send it to him. And I go, "Can you fix this?" And he goes, "Absolutely."
Dude, oh my God. You put it in a PowerPoint. Tell me your age without telling me your age, Brownie.
Yeah. I've never seen any sort of graphics put together.
Like, you mean better, right? How good they look?
Brownie's like PowerPoint, dude. PowerPoint, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny. This all started when I made the one with Bergeron carrying, like, he was pulling a wagon last year or something.
Yeah.
And I did it in PowerPoint, and Ken was like, yeah, I can't let that happen. Like, no, we can't do that. And he took it and fixed it. He used the same graphics, just, a little fancier. So
Yeah,
I think, did I see on like your Instagrams you're starting to do other stuff, and you want to like plug that?
yeah, for sure.
Well, thanks guys, first of all. Just getting out there, more freelance work, specializing in branding. Appreciate you saying that I did the job.
I mean, it's night and day, dude. I wish I knew you were. Well, I told Brown before the podcast started, I was like, I hope one of your guests is Ken. So I was pumped about that. I wish I prepared, because I wish I could show our original first logo that we ever had and show the difference between that and this. It was literally like, it was 2 hockey sticks, like clip art. It was 2 hockey sticks, an alarm, like the emoji, like the alarm emoji. And then on one side, there was a beer mug, and on the other side, it was a box of chicken wings. And that literally was our first logo. We have come so fucking far.
I will say the chicken wings and alarm clock in a logo is pretty good, and we maybe should incorporate that for like our alternate jerseys. But
moving on a little bit.
I mean, the sponsorship opportunities alone, I think, would be.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if we got sponsored by chicken wings? I'd lose my shit.
Chicken wings. Hey, speaking of sponsors, I've been talking to a few. I'm not going to say who they are, but hopefully you are tuning in and watching, and this is what you could be sponsoring.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough, dude. We love sponsors. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Ken, keep going. So you're freelancing, you're doing branding. What else?
Yeah, doing branding. Trying to get more into the podcast world, branding podcasts and stuff. Everyone's coming up with podcasts right now. So we're kind of coming out there and saying, brand yourself, step out above the rest when everyone's starting them, then step up your game a bit and notice the difference. So really getting into that. Any sort of logo, graphic, marketing. My wife's 20 years in marketing, so marketing, PR, media relations, all that kind of stuff, mixed in with graphic design and surface with a smile.
Well, he's Canadian, so that's the way it is.
I love that. I would say you picking up you two, and like us, we've never met, but I met Brownie one time, and it was this year. I've never met either of you guys. So like throughout the course of like 300 episodes, right? We started with me, Feverboy Rex, and Hal, and it just kept going, putting out stuff. Hey, who wants to get involved in stuff? Very, very lucky to have both of you a part of this. So I appreciate it.
Cheers to you, bud. Neither one of us be here if it wasn't for you. So
it's very fucking nostalgic right now. It's like a pretty fucking cool moment. I'm pumped that you got Ken like that. Like all day I was thinking about it. I was like, I really hope he's one of the dudes.
I see. This, and for those watching at home or listening tomorrow or whatever, this is the dynamic. Ked, let's get guests. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. And then he does nothing. I get everybody, and he goes, you know what? I was thinking that Kenton would be a great guest. And I'm like, of course Kenton would be a great guest. That's why I got him, you fucking.
I wanted to be surprised, dude. All right. And like,
but I don't like surprises.
I was going to bring Hal.
Ginla over on your couch.
Hal did just a classic, just not respond.
He didn't respond to me either, if it makes it feel better.
And then Feverboy Rex had something going on, and I was thinking, dude, I can't ask like Theo Fleury or like Mike Ruzioni to come on this. It'll be like, who are you again? So I didn't really have fucking. I was like trying to think, but I don't know. I'm pumped. This so far, man. The poppycock guy was unreal, but having Ken here, fucking.
I literally told him that I go, you can't go too big.
That's dude. He fucking nailed it. Then, man, that was. Wild. Yeah.
He's one of my closest friends. Yeah, great guy.
He's a funny motherfucker, dude.
He
had me laugh. I was laughing. I was uncomfortable. There were so many emotions going on. Like, I really wanted to kick him off because he was talking shit about the United States. But I was like, did Brownie pay this guy $100? Like, who the fuck is this guy? It was wild.
He's gonna be hitting me up now tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So we'll edit that out.
Do you remember I told you that I was talking to a buddy about doing a podcast, and we were going to like talk like, hey, catch me up with the Bruins. That's him. That's the guy. So I told him, I go, this is kind of your audition, buddy. So,
I mean, it's pretty good as long as he doesn't talk like that.
No, he doesn't. Like, I wish if he's watching, he'll probably click the link again to come back to defend himself. But we were up in Maine once, and he got buckled. Absolutely buckled, and he tells great jokes, right? And he does the accents and everything. He's halfway through this like 30-minute soliloquy joke, and he's doing like different accents. And all of a sudden he just stopped doing the accent in the middle. I'm like, because he was imitating the wife, and the wife had an Irish accent. He's doing the accent, and all of a sudden, right before the punchline, he's like, and then she says, and I'm like, whoa, who's this character? That's how buckled he. He's just a riot, absolute riot. So
fucking funny. But yeah, again, anybody listening to this, dude, if you guys need stuff for a business or honestly anything, Kenton's your guy.
T-shirts, hats, anything. You need a logo.
It's insane. And like I think our relationship might hold a little bit more weight with whoever's new relationship we would develop with Ken. But in my experience, you ask the kid to do something and he does it fast, and he does it way better than you thought that that you imagined it could be. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, Ken, I have an idea. You have like an idea in your head, and then he sends it back to you, and you're like, that was way better than my fucking idea. So,
or like I tell him all the time, like, you can see inside my head. You know what I mean? 100%. Like, I can't say it. Yeah.
We had people. I had one company reach out to me. It was like, hey, can I get this guy's contact information? So because he was so impressed with everything that's going on. So,
so hey, to all the Northeastern people listening, we've been talking about selling T-shirts at the rink because you never have kid sizes. Kenton could do that design easily enough.
Easily.
And I did take their logo off their website, so yeah. Well, thank you for all the kind words. That's awesome. It doesn't have to be a Kenton. I don't know. Whatever.
I think it should be. I think you're A+, dude, and we appreciate it.
Man.
I appreciate it. It's a blessing being with you guys and doing this stuff. Every time I watch a podcast, every week or every second week, if Ked's on a bender, then that's what gives me the inspiration to keep going. So.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
And you heard it here first. Cup to Edmonton.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Right now.
That's it.
Right now. That's our time. Let's go.
All right, guys. Have fun.
Thanks,
all right. Later, dude.
See ya.
Unreal. Oh, shit.
You just kicked me out. I'm back.
Yeah, we're good. We're back.
Okay. I just saw your face zoom up.
All right, so let's get back to NHL news. People that are listening to this are like, they're probably like, "What the fuck is going on?" If you're just watching it, or if you're listening to a podcast instead of YouTube, that's why you have to head over to the YouTube channel. That's
like and subscribe.
Facebook, Twitter, whatever it might be. So, Columbus new head coach Mike.
This thing.
Yeah, it's a thick bitch. Yep.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna take a bite.
New head coach Mike Babcock wanted to view his players' phone pictures to see what kind of person they were. Started with Captain Boone Jenner. The story was broken by Paul Bissonnette on Spin Chicklets. All the social justice hockey warriors came out and said, "Oh, I can't believe Bissonnette's making shit up, blah, 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 blah." Well, Babcock resigned. There was a whole lot of shit going on. NHLPA got involved in the stories that were surfacing after the botch job of the Kyle Beach investigation. There were concerns that PA would roll over in the years past. Not on my watch, said Marty Walsh and Ron Hainsey as they spearheaded the investigation into the shit show that Columbus had turned into. Within days of Biz saying this, they were on the ground in Ohio to interview the players. The club has named Pascal Vincent as their new head coach. Babcock goes down as the only head coach in NHL history that retired without coaching a game for the team that employed him.
Have you seen Commodore's posts?
You got to take what Commodore says with a grain of salt because this guy clearly hates Babcock. You know what I mean?
Like this has been a long time coming. He also talked about how, well, not just him. It all came out in subsequent reports that it was Boone Jenner. Yeah, he did it too, and someone else. But he also he was doing it to young players,
which is
so
weird.
It's a position of power, right? As a
100%.
coach, and these young players are 24, 25 years old. Some of these guys, I mean. Just a shitbag.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird thing. I guess the only issue I had was with some of the reporters coming out and saying like, you know, they should have done this, good riddance and all this shit. But when they hired Babcock, you didn't hear a fucking peep out of them. So it's like, okay, you're here for the clicks. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
You give a shit. So, Babcock gone, Pascal Vincent in.
And listen, Pascal Vincent should have been a head coach years ago.
What's going to be interesting is if the Blue Jackets can kind of like, is this going to be a story the whole year? You know what I mean? Like,
well, they could rally around it, right? Too.
Yeah, it depends on who's asking questions throughout the entire course.
And shout out Boone Jenner. I forgot him on my American roster. I like Boone Jenner a lot.
Okay, that's fair.
So.
Pittsburgh has named Doug Wilson, former San Jose Sharks GM, senior advisor of hockey ops from the Penguins. In the role, Wilson will provide counsel, opinions, and expertise to hockey ops leadership on all matters, including personnel decisions. Remind me again how many cups Wilson won in San Jose. Good call out there, Brownie. Not too many. 0 to be exact. And then once again, the Pens are out hand delivering season ticket packages to fans. Is there a better start of a season tradition? This is cool. Like,
I love this.
Yeah, I think
because
so
it's not like it's the 7th and 8th defenseman. You know what I mean? Like Sidney Crosby, Malkin, Letang. They're all doing it. I just think it's a great thing.
I agree. This one we can kind of talk about for a second because I have a question for you. So Anaheim, they re-upped Trevor Zegras. There was talks that he wasn't going to come back. There were talks maybe he'd go to Buffalo. 3 years, $17.25 million. That's a $5.75 million AAV. Now I'm going to go out on a limb and say you think that they overpaid regardless of the question I'm about to ask you. But if this kid never did the Michigan or ever flipped the puck over the net, do you think that he would have gotten this much money?
I think that this is actually, I don't think it's an outrageous contract for him.
I don't know, man. Has he done enough to prove almost $6 million a year? That's true. That's a good point too. Yeah.
They need to get fans in the rink. This kid does that. I mean, I think his game is kind of soft, right? But that's me.
That's just a new generation of American players. You think all new American players are soft for the most part?
What's the other kid on the? What's the beast they got on that team? The young guy,
Troy Terry, maybe?
No, not Troy Terry. The young, he's like a first or second year guy.
Is he American?
That I don't know.
McTavish?
Yeah, McTavish.
Yeah, he's Canadian. I'm talking USA Hockey because I think, like, if you look at USA Hockey right now, Austin Matthews you hate, Jack Hughes you hate, Quinn Hughes you hate. You don't particularly like Trevor Zegras. It's just kind of like maybe it's like
Zegras, they whacked Bergeron last year.
Shot, and it took us 32 minutes to mention a player who's not even playing next year.
Not next year, but the year after he'll be back.
So you don't think this is an overpay?
No, I mean it's a 3-year deal, so he's got to earn it, right? Before he gets another big ticket. And good for him if he does earn it. And like I said, they have so much cap space. The more concerning thing for Anaheim is Drysdale's not in camp.
Yeah, and he's fucking.
So good. This maybe was partly to get all right. So Zegras is at 5.75. We're going to put you at 7. I mean, I don't know what they're but that's Pat Verbeek is the one who signed him. And you think I don't like the new age? What do you think Pat Verbeek thinks?
That's fair. You don't like Pat Verbeek, right?
I would have loved him as a Bruin.
I thought you hated him for some reason. Maybe it's somebody else I'm thinking. Montreal, Vancouver made a trade. The Habs acquired Tanner Pearson and a 2025 third pick from the Canucks for Casey DeSmith. I mean, I don't think we should waste any more than 10 seconds talking about a Casey DeSmith trade. Nope. Thoughts? Good.
No, I agree.
Bruce Boudreau is back involved in hockey as Niagara Ice Dogs. The announced his hire as senior advisor. This is cool. Everybody seems to really like this guy. So good on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice to see he's still involved in the game. Corey Schneider's announced his retirement. He played 410 games in the show. The Marblehead, Mass native, played parts of 13 seasons in the NHL for Vancouver, New Jersey, and the Islanders. I think he played 1 game. After 3 seasons at Boston College, he put up a stat line of 171, 159, and 58 with a 2.43 goals against and a 918 save percentage to go along with 26 shutouts. Schneider won the Jennings Trophy in 2010-11 in tandem with Roberto Luongo for Vancouver. I have a take.
Go ahead.
Maybe like a overrated goalie. After
I think Schneider always had like he's the guy just when he gets his turn, and then when he got his turn, he wasn't the guy. I honestly think his window was missed as a backup.
Okay, I thought looking at his stats, I thought his stats were going to be way better than that.
No, because he never got a chance in Vancouver, and then in New Jersey, he was coming in. He was taking over for
not a great team, and I think he would get hurt a lot.
But he was taking over. Why am I blanking on for Brodeur? So it was a tough act to follow.
I think we have somebody else. Okay, here we go.
There she is. This is Delaney. So for those that don't know, we're talking about behind the scenes people. This is Delaney O'Brien, the Assistant Director of Athletic Communication for the Northeastern Huskies.
Roll Huskies. I love this. How are you doing, Delaney?
I'm good. How are you?
This was the hardest sell to get her to come on.
I promise you, I set up the interviews.
Yeah, she's like, I'm behind the scenes. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You deserve this.
You do deserve some shine because this is, I think, the interviews and everything that Brownie's done such a good job of that has really taken this podcast to a different level. So thank you for everything that you do. That's awesome. Thanks for trusting us, by the way. That's also well. I think you're trusting Brownie a lot more than you trust me, which is valid. I think at
the end of the day, I have to trust Carp. So I think that's really where it all stems from.
That's fair.
And Coach Carp's gonna love that shout out too. He's a big shout me out guy for sure.
Huge shout out guy. Yeah.
His hair's not gonna fit his head anymore. It's getting so big. Lord. Yeah, but Delaney answers all my questions, and there are some doozies. And she had to witness me asking Coach Flint if he was going to go guns out in board shorts at the very stuffy Boston College media room.
Yep.
And yeah, so
we're much more relaxed.
Yes. And hey, Delaney, Ked said he's coming to a game.
I have to make the trip. I really, really, really need to do that.
Let us know. We'll get you hooked up.
I got to. I has to be maybe I'll pick a month out of the year that I just do like a sober month, and it'll definitely be that month.
That'd be a nice change of pace for you.
I think it would be, right?
Yeah, I think
it's good to come to the oldest hockey rink in the country.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to experience it.
And watch the best college hockey that there is. I already took the words out of your mouth.
We talked with Carp about we could maybe do a live podcast at the rink.
Sure, maybe. We've got a lobby.
Yeah, he said that would be your Delaney's. He goes, you know who to talk to? And I'm like, of course I do.
I'm here. Yeah, I like to make dreams come true. We can make anything happen.
I'm a sucker for a lobby. I'm in.
She gets me media pass, so she's the best.
Media passes, parking.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk about the parking. I was gonna keep that quiet, but yes, parking too. In the scariest alley after games. Yeah, it's in the city, so that alley gets scary.
And I don't know. I love our Howlin' Huskies section of like the podcast. I think it's really cool. It highlights women's hockey, which honestly, it's not highlighted the way it should be. I don't think.
Right, I agree.
don't think there's enough people doing that. So, and not only women's hockey, but like just the beauties that are on your team. Like it seems like they're a bunch of really like a good group of girls. You know what I mean? So, A+. Carp, I guess, plays a little bit of a role in that. So another shout out for him. But without Delaney, there would be no Carp. I love that.
No, they're a great group of kids. They make my job really, really easy to have a lot of fun with.
Actually, it was funny when I texted you about Abby coming on to support her the Pan Mass Challenge to get her on. I texted Delaney, and where were you for the golf team?
Oh, I was with our rowing team.
Oh, rowing.
In England.
Yeah.
At the Henley Royal Regatta.
She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in England with the rowing team." And I'm like, "Oh, my bad. I only think you care about hockey like us."
That was my swan song. I don't work with rowing anymore.
Oh, you just rowed right out of there.
I like that, Brownie. That was good.
Thank you.
We were going to do it earlier, and then I found out that they were going to Henley. So I was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of the year and go to Henley. And then, so I do women's hockey, and I also do women's soccer.
Nice.
How's the women's soccer team? Are they pretty good?
They are. We're pretty good in the CAA. Tough weekend this past weekend, but we're still in the playoff hunt. So.
Love that. We're big supporters. I keep every time that the Northeastern Husky women's hockey team posts something on Instagram, I always share it to the story and tag Brownie in it. This is like a new thing I'm doing to really prove my.
You do me and Carp. I saw you tag us both. So while we have Delaney here, though, this is the part that's going to sting for both of us. You can see her sweatshirt, I think. Delaney's a Caps fan.
Oh, okay. So you just got into hockey a couple years ago, Delaney, or?
I'm from Northern Virginia.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just kidding. Who is like? Did you grow up watching the Capitals?
So my best friend growing up, her brother played juniors, and she's a part of a hockey family. So I kind of got into it through her, but probably didn't really seriously start following it until high school. And then when I got into college, I went to Penn State and started working hockey games there and stuff. But so not when I was super young.
Okay, that's so cool. They had unreal jerseys growing up, and Peter Bondra and Ola.
Yeah, the Bondra jerseys.
They had Screaming Eagle is the absolute best retro I think of all time.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. I think it's really, really sharp.
And when the Caps do retro night, I mean this is part of their reverse retro gear, but
and you have the reason why I'm rude. Yeah, the reason I'm rude to you also is the only other Capitals fan I know is Disco, and that if you know,
you don't want to be lumped in with Disco.
Yeah, and you are right now, but
yeah. So separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I have an open mind right now.
I don't think women's hockey is run by Caps fans. It's me, and then our video person Pearl is a Caps fan. So
is she really?
Okay.
Yeah, she's from DC. So.
Oh.
And Lindsay Berman, our assistant coach, is a huge Caps fan. She's from the DMV. So.
There you go.
A cap stuff going on.
I don't know how I feel about all that, but sorry. Hey, Guy, you want to ask you also, did you intentionally sit me and Todd next to each other, or was that just happenstance?
No, so Todd just like I give him the same seat every time,
Mhm.
just so he can get in and out easily. So like the two people like sit on the end are always like the visiting SID, and then
Yeah.
I put Todd there, and then I think that we just probably kind of had a full press box. So I think I just put
I
you next
love
to him
sitting
because I
next to
knew that
him.
you were like an actual adult.
I love sitting next to him. Ked, you would love this guy. He's a beauty, and we sit next to each other. We're literally like Statler and Waldorf up on there, and it's like right on the red line. It's the best seats.
Best seats in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd makes me nervous sometimes when he gets like really animated, but
Oh yeah. I think the first
feel
time
like-
he spoke, he offered me. He's like, "You want some jerky?" And I'm like, "Oh, this guy's my guy."
Oh, I remember you
he's
telling me
got
about
jerky, and they do they're like the little peppermint like candies.
Yeah. And he and everyone has been like even with Coach Flint, I'm like, hey, should we get Todd on here? He's like, well, first you're gonna have to explain to him what a podcast is, and then you're gonna have to show him email, and then you're gonna have to walk him through it. So if we do a live podcast, that would be the best for him.
Yeah. I mean, I said that I like to make dreams come true, but getting Todd on like a digital platform, I think I'm like that's probably where my line is.
I think maybe
Like
our
the
best
things that I
bet
can't make happen.
the live podcast in the lobby. Maybe we get him on for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even that makes me really nervous, but yeah, let's do it.
So I asked Carp this: who would you be more nervous about coming on, Todd or Irving?
Oh, Todd.
Oh, really? Okay.
No brainer, dude. Zero hesitation with that answer.
No,
right.
Sky's a great interview. She's
right.
hilarious.
No, I know listen, I said just being talked about becoming on the podcast, and she's got 4 apples in 4 games. So
4 apples, 4 games. She's cruising right now.
yeah, she's using her speed properly. It's awesome to watch. Watch her progression over 3 years. It's fantastic. Oh,
Love that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ted's been very nervous about who's going to pop in here at any moment.
Yeah, shaking. Yeah. So I think I'm handling it pretty well. You don't have like an English accent, which is like pretty good. That was pretty nuts. Yeah, shout out to myself for not swearing not one time since you've been on here, by the way.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody else has noticed that.
The NCAA portion. Yeah.
Thank you for not swearing during the NCAA portion.
You're very welcome. Because I remember
honestly, mainly if it's just my players, you know.
Well, we had Carp on.
People
like,
around them, it's fine.
We had Carp on. I think I swore like 4 times, and then we went to talk about it. And he's like, "Yeah, by the way, I was going to mention like you're going to get fined for every time that you swear." I'm like, "Oh, all right, well, cool, thanks."
I'll tell you, Ked, that Delaney lives vicariously through your rants and some of my writing.
Oh boy,
and that's as much as I'm going to say while we're live.
Okay, that's fair. Delaney, I can't wait to meet you. We definitely have to make sure that we get to a game this year, 100%.
Yes, please come to Matthews Arena anytime. We'll get you hooked up.
And like I say to everyone, whenever we have a Northeastern, anyone involved with the program, pound for pound, the best hockey value in the city of Boston.
Maybe I'll paint my whole face. Maybe we'll do like the whole.
Just use the right paint.
I'll be like a super fan.
Yeah, we can give you a jersey. We can.
Do you have a mascot uniform I could pop on?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, we have Paws.
There it is.
Pause the mat. And I tell you, there was one person who wore it one time who couldn't skate. At least Ked can skate.
Sort of, depending on who you
are.
ask.
I don't know if you saw like the Anaheim Ducks had like their mascot fall that happened to Paws last year.
Yeah. Paws had a tough go one game. Yeah.
I mean, dogs really can't. Dogs don't handle ice well, so it kind of, you
think a husky would though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Delaney, thank you so much for taking time out to do this and to come on here with us.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing the rest of it and who else might pop up later on. But thank you for having me, and thank you, for supporting women's hockey and following along with the Huskies.
No worries. Hashtag Howlin' Huskies, and I'll see you Saturday. I believe I'll be there Saturday.
See you Saturday. Beat the Terriers.
That's it. Huskies over Terriers all day.
All day.
Thanks, Delaney.
Yeah.
Bye, Delaney.
Bye. How awesome is she?
I mean, your guests have been on point.
I gotta be honest with you. I think I like the first thing better, but this thing has lettuce and stuff in it.
Oh, yeah. The Gordita Crunch is definitely the more elite product here. Crunchwrap Supreme just kind of like when they first came out with it, that thing slapped, and then I think as time went on, they kind of got lazy with it.
The Crunchwrap Supreme, is that what this is?
Yes.
If you did this with breakfast stuff, it would be good.
So I think that they have a breakfast Crunchwrap Supreme. I'm pretty sure that we would have one of those.
But I've had all I can.
All right. NHL news. We're gonna keep going. So Colorado assigned Tomas Tatar 1-year deal, 1.5. Good for him. Can't believe that guy's still playing. He's got to be 80 years old.
That's a great deal for Colorado.
I think so. He'll chip in. He'll score some goals. He can step up if people get hurt.
In Colorado, out, right? He's not. Is he playing this year? Landeskog?
I'm unsure, but I feel like they always have injuries that kind of like pop out every once in a while. So probably smart of them to make sure that they have some depth there. Ottawa, they signed Jake Sanderson to an 8-year extension worth $8.05 million AAV. That totals 64.4. So this was kind of crazy because when we went over the USA Olympic team, I didn't even fucking think of this kid, and he's making 8.05.
Take this in comparison to Trevor Zegras' deal.
Yeah, I mean, take this compared to Adam Fox's deal. This dude's making a little bit less than Adam Fox, and like this may be the third time I've heard of him. So the deal kicks in during the 2024-25 offseason. Ottawa now has their core completely locked up. He is the fourth player on the roster in the $8 million range. They have Tim Stützle, 8.3, Brady Tkachuk, 8.2, and Tomas Chabot, $8 million. Wait, he's making more than that's crazy. Josh Norris is on LTIR with 7.95, pretty good deal. For only 77 games in the NHL. They also invited Josh Bailey to camp on a PTO. Josh Bailey is to John Tavares as Chris Kunitz was to Sidney Crosby.
Nice one. That's like an SAT. That's like an SAT hockey question.
Was that pretty good or what?
That was pretty good.
I felt good about it.
All right, so the taste of that is catching up to me, and
you're out on it.
Yeah, the second one I'm out on. The first one.
First one's good. First one's good. The next time that we do this, you're gonna have to get just like a chalupa. That might be your next one.
I think I'm done with Taco Bell, but sure.
Oh no, you're not. You love a gordita crunch. I'm looking at you. I can tell. The first time I ever saw you on screen, I was like, this guy's a cheesy gordita crunch guy. Chicago will retire Chris Chelios, number 7, on 2/25/24 against Detroit. He'll be the 9th player to have his number retired, and the 3rd defenseman, Pierre Palat and Keith Ferguson. He captured the Norris 2 times with the Hawks. Also, in his first live game action in a Blackhawk sweater, Connor Bedard notched a hat trick. I mean, dude, he made a move the other night where he kind of like went forehand, pretended to take a shot, and he didn't even go in between his legs. He like just put it behind himself, went around and almost scored. It was sick. That one move that he did in a preseason game is cooler than anything Alexi Lafreniere has done with the New York Rangers. So that kind of sucks.
2 things on Bedard. One, I love
the fact good, dude. He's good.
I love the fact though that he's admitted that he didn't want to come off and takes long shifts. He goes, I just don't look at the bench.
Unreal.
And then the other thing, actually 2 more things. The other thing was he got visibly upset when someone walked on the logo in the Blackhawks locker room, which I respect.
Original Nick.
Yeah. And then lastly, I guess Nick Foligno, Uncle Nick, is there now. And I guess Bedard went over his house and immediately just got down and played knee hockey with Foligno's kids, which is fantastic.
Yeah. And tell you what, Nick Foligno is the guy, if I was going to the NHL and I needed somebody to kind of like take me under his wing, that's a fucking good dude to have you take under his wing. Foligno just seems like a cool guy.
Yep.
Winnipeg announced that Adam Lowry will be the new captain for the Jets. His dad's the coach. Thoughts?
Yeah, awkward.
Do you think he called everybody in and the coach is like, listen, this guy, he's been a player since he came out of the womb. He's like showing like pictures and shit and like scrapbooks. And
that's a hard thing because it's a hard thing either way. You know, that's just awkward.
I bet you the room respects it. I bet you the room really likes it. It's just a fucking tough look. Like this is like the dad who like buys his kid a junior team so he can play juniors, kind of thing. Even though it's very well probably isn't that.
No, he's a good player.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I don't know. He's all right. He just seems like a heart and soul guy. I wouldn't consider him like a fucking.
Those are players I think are good.
I'll give you that. Seattle announced that Shane Wright has been granted exception and can play in the AHL in this upcoming offseason. This is if Wright doesn't make the NHL roster and was after discussions with the OHL. Typically, if a player is drafted and is under 20, he would return to the junior league. This enables Wright to develop in the program as opposed to go back to juniors. I think this is fucking bullshit. Like, why did Shane Wright get exemption? Like, if you're exempting,
they're
exempt everybody.
Well, the thought is that his game will suffer in the OHL because he's better than the OHL, but maybe not good enough for the NHL.
This isn't the first time this has happened with a kid. I'm sure.
No, they make exceptions all the time. This is the one they did for him.
All right. Well, St. Louis Blues have named Braden Shen as the franchise's 24th captain. Tell you this, dude. When Braden Shen was on the Flyers, I never in my wildest dreams thought that he was ever going to be a captain of an NHL team. He's really put his game together. He'll fucking stick up for teammates. He plays hard every single night. He's a guy that you kind of want to be more of a heartbeat of your team, and he's a Western Canadian boy. So I'm good with this. Mm-hmm. I thought it was going to be Robert Thomas, but this is where we're at. Yeah, Robert Thomas is kind of a fucking pussy. The USA Hockey Hall of Fame announced this year's class, 2 times Cup winner, Ithaca, New York, Dustin Brown, longtime NHL executive Brian Burke, 2 Cup champ Jamie Langenbrunner. Haven't heard that name in a while.
Boston He's actually working with the Bruins now.
Okay. Boston College's women's coach Katie King Crowley. I mean, the Northeastern coach would have been a good pick. And retired NHL official Brian Murphy. I guess stick taps for all you guys. Michael Del Zotto retired. 736 games played over 13 seasons. Rangers, Philly, Vancouver, Anaheim, St. Louis, Columbus, Ottawa. Bit of a suitcase. Put up a stat line of 63 goals, 109.96, 262 points, 284 PIMs. 20th overall pick of the New York Rangers. Won a cup with St. Louis in 2019. I didn't know that. And in 2009 became the youngest ever Rangers defenseman to skate on opening night for the franchise when he took the sheet at 19. Was also in the news. I think he's a dude who kind of wheels a lot of chicks because I remember he slid into Lisa Ann's DMs and she kind of called him out in front of everybody. It's a tough look when the porn star who's banging all the athletes calls you out instead of everybody else. But Del Zotto seemed like he was probably a fun guy to hang out with in the league. So good on him. Good set of hair. Vancouver, the Canucks have named Quinn Hughes the 15th captain in team history. Hughes has appeared in 283 games in the NHL, all of Vancouver. I hate this. Is that okay to say?
That's fine.
I would never dude, you have JT Miller there. JT Miller is a fucking savage, and you're going to name Quinn Hughes your captain? The Canucks also, they announced that former goalie Roberto Luongo will be inducted into the club's Ring of Honor on 12/14. No word on when the burning of the city commences. Do you like Ring of Honors? Are you a Ring of Honor guy?
I think the Ring of Honor, I don't mind it. It's kind of odd for hockey because you retire someone's number and then the next level down is the Ring of Honor. Is that how it works?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a Ring of Honor guy. Although I think it'd be cool to be in a Ring of Honor.
You don't endorse it, but you'd like to be in one.
Yes.
Okay.
5 NHL teams without a captain, including the original 6: Anaheim, Arizona, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Seattle. Philadelphia's is Lawton.
What?
You said have the list of players with.
I have them. I'm looking for them right now.
Philadelphia is Scott Lawton. Seattle's probably Eberle, Dunn.
Oh, here we go. Philly is Lawton's the only remaining captain.
Yeah, I nailed that.
Who was the next one you said?
Seattle, I have Eberle and Dunn. Yanni Gord. What do you mean?
Dunn was never. Okay. Eberle and Gord, yes.
Eberle, Gord. Yeah. Let me bounce around. Chicago's going to be Jones.
Yep.
Saad.
Nope. You're never going to get these.
All right. Arizona is going to be Keller.
Yep.
Right. Keller, Krause.
One more.
Forward or defenseman?
Forward, right? Nicky Schmaltz.
Forward.
Yeah.
And then Anaheim, 6. Troy Terry. Cam Fowler. They have those weird Swedish defensemen. Is a Swedish defenseman one of them?
Yeah, Jakob Silfverberg.
Oh,
is that who you were thinking of?
Yeah, no, I was thinking of I think I was thinking about the dude who plays defense for you guys now.
Shattenkirk?
No, for the Bruins. The Swede that you guys got that was supposed to win the Norris. Yeah, he was supposed to win the Norris the 3rd week of the season. Do you remember?
Shattenkirk is on the Bruins now too, by the way.
All right, so let's name them all.
All right, so the Ducks are Cam Fowler, Adam Henrique, Jakob Silfverberg, Ryan Strome, Troy Terry, and the Pride of Springfield, Frankie Veterano.
Okay, I like Strome and Vetrano getting some fucking limelight. Who was the second person you said there?
Henrique.
Woof. All right, next.
Arizona was Krause, Keller, and Nick Schmaltz. We said that.
Yep.
Calgary announced. Seattle. Oh,
no. Chicago.
Chicago.
Jones.
Oh, Jones, Tyler Johnson, Connor Murphy, and Jared Tenorti.
Fuck yeah, Tinner. I love that. No shit.
I you'd like that one.
That's cool. All right. Philadelphia is Lawton, and Seattle is Eberle, Gord. Are they forward or defenseman?
Adam Larson and Jaden Schwartz.
Okay, Jaden Schwartz is a good one. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. I got some of them.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, the Flyers have hired Danny Heatley as a pro scout and have hired former Ducks GM Bob Murray as a senior advisor. Danny Heatley, 1507. They'll be honoring the Wrecking Ball, Mark Recchi, with an induction into the Flyers Hall of Fame this season on 1/27 when Philly hosts the Bruins. Recchi will be the 28th player honored this way and the first since 2021. The cool thing I like about this, Chelios is being honored against Detroit.
Yep.
Recchi's being honored against Boston. They're tying that in.
What that shows is someone like Delaney, right? That's the kind of stuff she does.
Yes.
That means those people in those positions with those teams know what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. That's good stuff. PWHL, we're back. They announced their coaches: Courtney Kessel for Boston, Charlie Burgraff for Minnesota. That's such a sick name for a Minnesota women's hockey coach. Howie Draper for New York, dude. Okay, yeah. Don Draper, what's up, bro? Corey Chivry, Classic for Montreal, Carla McLeod, Ottawa Classic, and Troy Ryan for Toronto. All these names kind of equal the area that they're supposed to be in.
All right, yeah, I get you.
The new league had their live draft last week when some friends of the podcast were on the stage. Alina Mueller went 3rd overall to Boston. She got shafted. She should have been the 1st overall pick. I don't know.
No, we're glad she went 3rd because then she went to the Boston team.
I guess, but the number 1 and the number 2 picks. Come on. I mean, this must be a political thing. Alina Mueller should be the 1st overall pick. Bullshit. Maureen Murphy should have been the 2nd overall pick. She went to 18 to Montreal. Chloe Ward went to New York at 21. I mean, I don't know what the fuck this league's doing.
Chloe almost got back to Boston. They picked 22nd. It would have been sick to have them together. And I did watch your feed here. I don't want to drop any names here, but I did have messages with both of them congratulating them, and they are both very happy. Alina is over the moon to be staying in Boston.
All right, fair enough. Pretty cool.
So, yeah,
I'm sure your kid will love to go into those games. How far is that?
It's Warrior where the Bruins practice, so it's not.
Oh, that'd be fun, dude. That'd be sick.
Yeah, we actually Coach Carp and I talked about going together and bringing our daughters. His daughter is 4, I think. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be a fun time.
Love that.
Yep.
Halifax Mooseheads will retire Nathan McKinnon's 22 on their opening night in 9/22 this season. The only thing I want to say about this, Halifax Mooseheads, kind of a cool hockey name. Just saying.
Cool logo too.
Yeah, like that. Arizona announced that GM Bill Armstrong agreed to a multi-year extension because when your team hasn't made the playoffs in the last 15 years, you extend your GM.
When you keep quiet and don't bash Bettman in the news, you keep your job.
I mean, I can do that. Minnesota.
Can you?
I'm going to try. Minnesota has extended Marcus Foligno 4 years at $4 million a piece.
So let me ask you this.
Well, they extended Zuccarello too. Zuccarello got a 2-year.
Did he? I missed it.
Yeah, he said that.
I did see that. Yeah.
He said he's home and that's where he wants to be.
So Zegras for 5.7 or Marcus Foligno for 4?
Depends on your team.
For the team, they're both on the teams that they should be. Based on that. Yeah.
I didn't know that Anaheim had all that cap room.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So that's better. That's a better deal, but I mean, Foligno for $4 million, I don't think is bad. He's kind of a warrior. Zuccarello was 2 years, 8.25, so he's making more than Foligno as he should.
Yeah,
that guy he's gotten fucked every single contract he's ever had. That guy should make so much more money than he does. But here we go. Brad Marchand, 27th captain in team history with Charlie McAvoy and David Pastrnak, primarily wearing the A's.
There you go, man.
No brainer.
Who else are you going to give it to?
I could say Charlie McAvoy because I think that he's probably going to be the next once Marchand.
That's fine. In the next one, he can be, but it's Marchand.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he does with that. Because
in his first game, he tomahawks or chops someone in the back way away from the play against Philly. But
I love that. I love that. Linus Omark new mask design features 2 iconic Boston moments. On one side, it's Bobby Orr. And on the other side, it's the image of Patrice Bergeron celebrating the overtime winning goal against Toronto in Game 7, if you guys remember that.
It's nice and cool. I love this time of year, too, like the Crosby thing. I also like seeing everybody's masks. Don't worry, the Rangers one's coming.
Okay. WHL has suspended Victoria Royals forward.
Did you see this play?
Yeah, this was crazy. 25 games for a sit on Silvertips Dexter Whittle. On the play, Edwards was given a match penalty for intent to injure. The league said that the severity of the suspension was due to the intent to injure, the injury that occurred, and the fact that Edwards was suspended 2 times for similar actions last season. Get Alex Edwards on my team, dude. This guy is just a wild card. An absolute wild card. You never know what's going to happen. He puts asses in the seats, bro. 25 games. I mean, dude, they probably had some pretty good evidence to say, like, hey, you're kind of a scumbag. So sit a quarter of the year. Brandon Sutter retired. 770 games played. Carolina, Pittsburgh, Vancouver. Played a part 13 seasons, putting up a stat line of 152 goals, 137 assists, 289 points, 149 PIMs. Son of Brent Sutter, Brandon won a World Junior Championship in 2008. Hung him up after being released from Edmonton on his PTO. Good on you.
Yeah, good player. Good, like hard-nosed player.
Yeah. Rangers newly signed and lifelong fan. I didn't know this until they signed him. Jonathan Quick unveiled his new mask with artwork designed by his children. The backplate features the iconic "Hey, Hey, Hey" goal song lyrics that play MSG. As the goalie explained, my son came up with it. He likes the song, so that was his pick. How cool do you think?
Guy, so that's why he's a Rangers fan.
How cool do you think it was when he beat the Rangers in the Cup?
Oh, he loved it, I'm sure.
That had to have been like it. Probably loved it, maybe a little bittersweet, but like pretty.
Yeah, but if you can't play for the team that you want to, at least you can beat them in there. You know what I mean?
Like they're involved. Yeah. Speaking
you want to talk about shit shows.
Of not involved, the Lightning have been tendered a new contract to Steven Stamkos, heading into training camp in the last year of a contract that pays him $8.5, which has led the captain to say he was disappointed to not have a contract extension done. They'll also be without goalie Andrei Vasilevsky. He underwent successful back surgery, will be out for up to 10 weeks. Had the procedure to address a recent lumbar disc herniation. He received an injection in August that was thought to have addressed the injury, but after one day of practice, he had to shut it down for the procedure. This timeline puts him right back before Christmas break and leaves Jonas Johansson as the team's number 1 netminder.
Yeah.
He was in the Colorado organization last year, 35 games played in the NHL over the last 4 seasons, stat line of 3.35 goals against an 886 save percentage. Hate to see it. Some notable free agents that the Lightning could look to include Brian Elliott. That guy's got to be 80. Yeah. Michael Hutchinson and Yarrow Halak. The other goalies in the Tampa Bay system are Hugo Alfnet, 3rd-round pick in 2019, 904 save percentage in 33 AHL games, and Matt Tompkins, 29-year-old journeyman coming off of 2 seasons in Sweden, following 4 years of the ECHL and AHL. Love to see this be a shit show. Fuck Tampa.
I don't know how much money Tampa has to sign anybody, but they're gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
Well, I think I found us a Tampa writer too.
I like that.
Yep.
New Jersey signed goalie Keith Kincaid, dude. Jesus, guys, 2 years, 775. Andrew Ladd retired. Played 1,001 games over 17 seasons with Carolina, Chicago, Atlanta, Winnipeg, New York, and Arizona. Put up a stat line of 256 goals, 294 assists, 550 points, 615 PIMs. 4th overall pick in the 2004 draft, won a cup with Carolina in 2006, and then another with Chicago in 2010 to go alongside his World Junior Championship. With Ladd's retirement, there are only 3 remaining players in the NHL that played for the Thrashers. Can I name them? Vander Kane.
Yep.
They have to be young. Bufflin. It's gotta be Jets. Little? No?
Nope. One of them's a Ranger.
Wheeler?
Yep. And one's a Lightning. I think he's on the Lightning.
I don't got the other one. Who's the other one?
Bogosian. Zach Bogosian.
Oh, Bogosian. Yep, good call. Andrew Ladd had such a weird career, dude. Like, towards the end, he was just hurt, which sucked. But when he played, he was a tough motherfucker, dude.
Yeah,
I like the way he played for sure. I mean, he played over 1,000 games in the show, so good on him.
Good on him.
Michael Backlund signed a 2-year contract extension, AAV at 4.6, named him the 21st captain of club history. What is with like teams naming these fucking weirdos as their captain? It's kind of crazy, right? Like Quinn Hughes, Michael Backlund. I'm not afraid at all of the West Coast, like those teams. Not in the elitist. Nikita Zadorov, speaking openly and critically about the Ukraine-Russian war.
The only reason I have this in here, and this is not political, is because players are getting bashed for not speaking out. So I figure we should give some kudos to guys that are speaking out.
It's fair. I'm sorry for all the young guys. Instead of raising the new generation, we sent them to die. It's important for young guys, Russian players, to know it's okay to speak out. I just have a hope. Maybe it's a child's hope, but I hope my words can change something in this world. I probably can't go back to my motherland where I grew up, my city where I grew up, and I'm okay with that. I know how it works over there. It's going to be big propaganda. TV channels are going to be talking about me and pushing the agenda, saying he's brainwashed by the West, that kind of thing. They'll say I'm watching CNN too much or something, but I don't. It's a clear view. You see bad and you see good, and that's my opinion. Good on him.
Yeah. Agree with it or not, good on him for speaking up.
Russia's kind of nuts, and that's what he said.
You think?
The Battle of Alberta, heading outside. Edmonton is hosting Calgary on 10/29/23. That's my birthday.
That's your birthday?
Yep, 10/29. At Commonwealth Stadium. This is the first time in 20 years that the game will be back at Commonwealth, home of the Edmonton Elks, which was the site of the first outdoor NHL game in Canada, Montreal versus Edmonton. I love how Canadian teams are just Elks and Moose and all these different things, right? Just so on point there. Jaromir Jagr announced that he'll be playing for his hometown team in Kladno, 36th pro hockey season. It was also announced that Jacob Voracek has joined the team as an assistant coach. He is 17 years younger than Jagr, and the pair were teammates from 2011 and 2012 in Philadelphia.
It's crazy, right?
It's pretty fucking nuts. Joe Sakic story of the week from Andrew Cogliano. Joe Sakic was one of my heroes growing up, and at the end of my rookie season, we were playing Colorado, ended up in a shootout. Dwayne Rolison was a net for us, and I was standing at the end of our bench, and Joe was at the end of the Avs bench. All of a sudden, Joe leaned over and said, "Hey, kid, where should I shoot on Rolison?" I just looked at him, shocked that he would speak to me, let alone ask me where to shoot my own goalie. When it was his turn in the shootout, he hopped over the boards, came down, and took his padded wrister low blocker. Sure enough, it went in. As he skated by our bench, he winked at me. I sat there speechless from that. I had just witnessed a guy I idolized pull off a move like that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Joe Sakic was sick, dude. He was supposed to be a Ranger. People forget about that.
Huh?
Great one shut down story of the week. Gretzky told a story from the 1979-80 season when he was struggling to produce in the game in Boston. He skated to the bench, shaking his head, and asked head coach Glenn Sather's input. Sather pointed at Ray Bourque and said, "Stay away from that guy." To put that in perspective, his stat line that season was 51 goals, 86 assists, 137 points in 79 games played. In his third season, which was only his 12th highest point total, he played 20. Yeah, he played 20 seasons in the NHL. Eclipsed 100 points 15 times, 97 points one other year, and broke 200 points 4 times. That was Bourque's rookie year, and he went 17-48 for 65, 80 games played, plus 52 en route to a Calder Trophy in his first All-Star nod. So.
You know something crazy, and you won't know this because you're not from Boston, but Ray Bourque and Larry Bird, they had introductory press conferences for the two of them the same week when they got drafted.
That's a cool fact.
Isn't that? And think how it seems
Larry Bird's not way older than Ray Bourque.
But doesn't it seem like Larry Bird played so long ago?
So way longer than Ray Bourque. Yeah. Are you sure that's real? Mm-hmm. That might be a mea culpa.
No way, Bo. That's true.
Gordie Howe story of the week from Guy Lafleur. It was an AHL old-timers game in Saskatoon versus a team from the RCMP. One of our guys got hit really bad by one of the young guys on their team. Gordie was sitting on our bench, and he said, "Whoever was coaching, let me go on." He jumped on before the coach said anything, and I said to the bench, "Watch what's going to happen." Gordie lines up across the guy from the faceoff, and once the puck drops, he drops him with an elbow to the jaw, knocks him out cold. He then skates back to the bench and says, "Well, he won't be touching any of our guys again tonight." Nails. Fucking
yeah. Talk about old time. I mean, Gordie Howe, man, what a beauty.
Gordie Howe
was something like he played. Was it in 4 different decades?
Probably.
Something like that.
I don't believe that Larry Bird, Ray Bourque thing.
Yeah, man. It's the it was 1979, 1980. That was both of their first years.
Ray Bourque played in 1979.
I think that was the year his first year.
That can't be real. All right.
Yeah. Remember, you got to remember Ray Bourque played 22 years maybe.
Put him in the early thousands. Colorado won a cup in 97.
The one he was on, was it 98?
I don't know. They beat Florida.
New Jersey.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, dump and change. Here we go. I think we have somebody.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe.
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I can't see them. I don't know what's going on. Hello?
Hi.
Can't see you guys.
I'm working on it.
All right. Oh, they're gone.
They're gone. What a run we had.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm here. Whenever I click the start cam, it just like takes us away. I don't know how to fix that. 1 second.
All right.
All right.
It's live, so this is the kind of stuff that makes it good.
Who is this?
Well, you'll see when they fix the camera. Is there something we can do on our end?
I'm gonna pop a bottle.
Go ahead, pop your bottle.
I have like all my settings, like camera allowed, like. Megan, what do I do?
Ked and I are not really good with the technology.
Ked and I, Brownie, you send PowerPoints to Ken.
Oh,
nope. I think they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Should we just keep going? And when they come on, they come on?
I mean, maybe. Is it Katie and Megan?
Yeah, you'll see.
I don't know if I will, dude. I don't know if they're figuring it out or not.
We're sure trying to test them. All right, so we'll go with dump and change. So, sad story to start off. R.I.P. Tim Wakefield, the Red Sox knuckleball pitcher, passed away at the age of 57 from brain cancer. Described as the ultimate team first guy, won 2 World Series with the Red Sox after starting his career as a first baseman with the Pirates. Wake went on to play 19 seasons in Major League Baseball, 17 with the Sox, and retired with the third most wins for the Red Sox behind Cy Young and Roger Clemens. Not too bad.
I mean, he was solid.
Huh?
He was solid. They came out with a report, I think yesterday. Joe Torre, when the Yankees beat the Sox when Aaron Boone hit that home run, they came out with a story that Joe Torre like called him or like sent him a letter or something like that, pretty much saying, "Hey, you shut us down the whole year, dude. Like, don't keep your head up." Like, and of course, Joe Torre does X. Right.
So Wake pitched the most innings for the Red Sox in team history. He every player talking about him in his passing said, what a great teammate. He was left off a roster to make room for other players. He took it like a champ. He came out of the bullpen. He did everything that they asked him. Just a heck of a guy, and did so much charity work in and around the city. Just it's a shame. 57 years old.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Writer Stephen King has a specific taste in music. Per a recent interview, the King of Horror admitted that he played Lou Bega's Mambo No. 5 so many times that his wife threatened divorce.
Not a Stephen King guy.
Not a Lou Bega guy, but
that's fair. That's fair. Fair enough.
Stephen King's not the takeaway there. I don't know if you saw this, but Miami cornerback Eli Apple, his baby mom, took to Instagram offering to pay any fines for anyone that could hurt her ex. If you play against my baby dad this season, please go for the knees or maybe a hammy, said one post, adding, number 33 for the Dolphins. I'll gladly zelly you back any fines.
This checks out because Eli Apple's a loser, so of course.
Oh, is he? I don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
I thought it was a funny story. Marshawn Lynch, beast mode himself, reportedly took a role in the film Bottoms because he regrets how he reacted to his sister coming out as lesbian. The movie, a comedy, is about 2 female high schoolers who set up a fight club in order to hook up with cheerleaders. So good on him. He felt bad about how he handled it, so he took.
He's actually doing something. Yes.
Yep. Cool. Exactly.
Cool.
Haley Van Voorhees became the first female non-kicker.
Oh. Okay, now I think they're here now.
There they are.
No, no way.
You're muted.
No, I don't think they haven't talked yet. Hi guys, how are you?
So,
how are you?
This is Katie Knoll, Megan Carter.
Katie Knoll doing Katie Knoll things. Hi, Megan Carter. How are you?
Hold on.
Good. How are you?
This is actually like Ray Bork and Cam Neely of the Northeastern Huskies right here. These two.
Yeah.
And look, Katie.
Oh,
hello.
He's got the T-shirt on.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh gosh.
I had to. How's it going?
How are you guys doing? How's the season going?
Good so far.
3-1. 3-1. Katie had the game-winning goal, shorty. 5-on-3, shorthanded. While Meg gave her the perfect outlet.
Put the team on your back. Love that.
It was good. It was good. It was what was it? LIU, Penn State, and LIU, right? Yeah.
Yeah, some out of conference play to start.
How are LIU jerseys? Because I think I saw something on like Everything College Hockey or something. Do the men's and women's have the same jerseys?
I think so. They were wearing their new. I think they have third jerseys this year.
They're kind of sick, right?
Yeah,
they were unique. For sure.
They were definitely unique.
They're like light blue and yellow and white.
Yeah,
they had like a really bright yellow, like I think it was like a trim. Like the shoulders.
Yeah, there was like a bright. There wasn't much blue in the jerseys they were wearing, I don't think. But I do like the whole baby blue concept, though.
What was the score of that game?
I think the first game was 6-0, and the second game was 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gwen only has 3 shutouts in 4 games. Hey, Nicole, if you're listening, I hope that.
No big deal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't bring her up, so I'll start swearing again. We don't want
Yeah. NCAA, got to keep it clean.
NCAA,
That's
Hey, Meg, this is the first time I've had the chance to talk with you. Have you apologized to your dad for me?
What, Brownie? What did you do, dude?
At Yale. Did you never hear this? Did he never say anything to you?
Maybe you might have to retell it though. Refresh my memory.
I was in the bathroom and
Oh.
I see him and he's got a Carter jersey, and I literally was like, "Hey, are you Meg's dad?" It like popped out of my mouth, and I was like, "What did you just do?" Like, there's nothing more awkward, and he's like super nice.
Brownie,
like
Brownie.
It was horrible. As soon as I said it, I was like, "What was that?" And then I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he's like, "No." And then I
super
saw
fan
him
thing, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, I know. Everywhere I went that day in the rink, I saw him, and it was like, "Hey, you know." And then
after you do something that
yeah,
wild, dude.
I know. And then even at the very end, I'm walking out to my truck, and I was like the last person in the parking lot, and there he is, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
He's like parked next to you. Like,
He probably thought nothing
apologize
of it.
to him for me. Yeah, that was bad.
That's funny.
All right, girls, do we want to make any like what did Mark Messier do in Game 7? What do they call that?
A guarantee?
Yeah, you want to make any guarantees about the season right now?
No.
Do we want it to be the first time that you guys do that? Listen, I'm just asking the questions. They
Oh,
can
God.
say no, we don't have to. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm a little
trying to get some clickbait. That's on me. I'm sorry.
Can't jinx anything, you know?
No.
I'm fired up. Guys, I watched what game did I watch last year? It was against Ohio State, right? And wasn't there like some like bad call that the refs like took back a goal or something like that?
On
Yeah.
Chloe, right? They said
happen.
Chloe that it was a hand pass that wasn't a hand pass.
I was sitting right there on my couch screaming at my computer. I swear to God. So
I was
Brownie's kind
screaming on the
Yeah,
bench.
same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, fair enough. Same emotion.
So-
Love that.
I know you guys can't say this, but does anyone like, well, Katie, your parents are at the game, but Meg, your parents, they weren't at Long Island, were they?
No.
Did they say anything to you about the camera work that's coming out of LIU?
Oh, Brownie, you were big mad about that.
Dude, there was a play where the guy was talking about Irving, okay, during game play, and she skated to the bench, and the camera followed her to the bench, and the puck was down the offensive zone. I was like, what is happening? The puck wasn't on the camera. It wasn't in frame.
I thought you were calling LIU like the next day to get that kid fired, whoever's doing that.
I feel bad.
like really bad.
I assume it's a kid like with one eye in the middle, like a cyclops, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Very, very
Like,
mad
I think what's the company that has the automatic in the rinks?
Like,
no, we don't talk about them. We don't talk
Oh, yeah,
about
we don't
them.
talk about them because
Oh,
they didn't
Live
sponsor
Bar? Is
us.
it Live
Yeah,
Bar?
we don't say them. We don't say
No,
them.
it's
But
not that. No free
their
ads. Absolutely
technology
not.
is better than what ESPN Plus was putting on. Yeah, it was horrible.
That's
So I have a question for you guys. I made Carper promise I was going to go to a game this year. Who should I go watch you guys play? Like, that'd be kind of cool.
This weekend.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he's not coming this weekend.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, it's probably unlikely that it's gonna be this weekend.
I think
if
if
you
a
give me
Hockey
a-
East one though would be good, right? Don't you think you should come to a
Yeah,
Hockey East game?
definitely like
A Boston
a BC
team.
or a Yukon.
Come to the Bean Pot
I was just about to say,
Ooh.
come to the Bean Pot.
for sure.
Bean
Yeah,
Pot's
that would be
at the Garden, right?
The
second
second
game?
games.
The
Yep.
first week's at Harvard.
Do we know what like month that's in? Is that what
January
it's in?
16th.
Oh, sober January Brownie it lines up.
Oh God, yeah.
There you go.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's
it's
because
Katie Noel's birthday too.
The first week of Bean Pot is on the day of my birthday. So
No kidding. The first game's on your birthday?
yeah, so
What day
knock
is
on
it?
everything. We got
Wow,
it.
that's awesome.
What day is that? January 6th?
16.
16th.
You don't have it in your phone already? Katie Noel's birthday?
No.
I'm gonna have to
Come
tell. I'm gonna have
on.
to tell Riley. I want to tell you also
You
how
said the
mad.
16th on a Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Tuesdays. Yeah.
On a Tuesday. All right.
Yeah, take a day
I'll
off,
have to see if
man.
I'm off.
8 p.m.
If I'm off, I'll do it.
8
Uh,
p.m.
Riley was really mad that you were coming on here tonight, and she's like, "Can I stay up?" And I'm like, "No, you can't stay up to say hi to Katie." And She also was super bummed she missed your goal because she went to bed like maybe 20 minutes before that happened. So the next day I was like, hey, and I showed her on the Northeastern Twitter feed. So she got to see it a day late, but yeah.
She's so cute. Yeah, they were some late games. So it was a late game for me even. It was.
That's got to be a pretty cool feeling that you guys are like inspiring like little girls when you're like watching or playing hockey, right? Like that's other than being like, yo, I'm a Division I athlete. The fact that like they like look up to that, that's pretty cool, right?
I don't know if I've ever said, yeah, I'm a Division I athlete.
Oh, if I was a Division, I think I said it and I never even was. So like, I don't know what you're doing, but
that's so funny. No, it's awesome, especially with where like collegiate hockey's gone and like where the professional like women's hockey league is going right now. Like it's such a great environment, and hopefully like obviously we want to like be a part of that after college. So it's cool to see all the young girls like come to our games too, and they'll definitely be going to the new professional league games. So it's awesome to kind of see how the game's grown since even like we were freshmen in college. So
hey, NCAA, if you're listening, maybe sell some kid-size shirts at some of these games and events. You know, I go up at the Beanpot. I walked up to the shirts and I'm like, "Hey, do you guys have kid sizes?" They're like, "No," and I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "I got 3X." I'm like, "My daughter, what, it's like a sleeping bag, you know?"
A sleeping bag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Ken to make me like a Katie Knoll does Katie Knoll things T-shirt for the Bean.
I think you should get a Megan Carter sets up Katie Knoll to do Katie Knoll.
That would be a
It doesn't ring as well,
but it would still be a cool shirt.
But like we're kind of clever. We could probably figure something out with you too. I think
you have time between now and January.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna need a lot of that because I'm settling down a little bit.
Maple Leaf Meg, you could do that one. That's Delaney's nickname for her.
Yeah, you need. Oh, what is it?
Maple Leaf Meg.
Oh, I like that. That plays.
Oh, actually, while they're here, let's talk Northeastern while they're here.
Yeah, I would love that.
Bump. Meg was one of the 46 players invited to Hockey Canada's women's team September camp.
Is that good?
Is that good? Deal. Not a big
deal.
That's
probably decent, right? Division I athlete, 46 player, not a big deal.
And Gwynn Phillips was named goaltender of the week, and Christina Allard, back from injury, was named the ROTC Defender of the Week. Mm-hmm. Allard had 2 goals, right, over the weekend, didn't she?
Oh yeah. What a week for the Huskies.
Yeah. Just like they never stopped playing last year.
I feel like every week we do this podcast, Brownie, you come out with like all these like awards. It's every week. Every week.
Not like I'm coming out with these awards. They're winning.
Well, no, but they are. Like that's how like good they are, though. Like there's never a week where we're not talking about somebody do like something unreal for them.
It's fair,
right?
And speaking of people doing things unreal, you guys are aware that I called Taze's goal, right?
Oh God, dude, no.
I don't know what the like. Am I supposed to like? Is it okay if I give you credit for that? Because I did technically see it, but I don't know if like I'm supposed to give you credit for that.
No.
It's okay.
Yes, dude. Katie will do Katie and old things. I love that. Absolutely, don't give him credit because I don't need to get texts and calls at like 2:00 in the morning. And be like, hey, dude, you remember when I did that thing, dude? Bro, like no.
I love this self shout out.
You guys are playing on Truth and Reconciliation, Orange Shirt Day, so of course she's gonna score.
Hold on. Did you actually? Did you hear?
I swear to God, the blog I wrote after the 6-0, I called it in the notes that she was going to score her first goal of the year the next day. And unfortunately, it came at the expense of Lily Jovetic, who's been playing great, and she hasn't scored a goal in her college career. And they ended up giving it to Taze, who got a tip. And I think Taze knew and was just realized it was Lily and was like, "All right, I'm not going to say anything." Yeah.
That is way different than me. It was one of those things. She like actually like kind of felt bad, and I was like, "It's okay. Like it may not have gone in if you didn't tip it. Like
that's fair."
So, but she was like, "I feel so bad. Like she got so excited. Everyone told her it was her goal." But
I think Lily Ove is gonna get the first one, and then she's just gonna keep going.
Yeah,
she's been on fire. Yeah.
Are you guys? You guys are paired up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Go ahead.
How are the freshmen this year?
Fast.
Really good.
Yeah.
Very fast.
They make me feel old.
Wait till you come to your league, buddy.
Wait till you're 32 and you pull a muscle every time you play co-ed softball, then you'll probably feel a little bit older than you do now.
Someone actually, we were doing skills today, and I think someone asked Carp if he still plays like men's league or like beer league. He's like, no, not anymore. And I thought it was like really funny.
Okay, what's Coach Carp like?
He's gonna hear this, so yeah.
I would never
Brownie,
say
like, be careful.
I would never say anything bad. I tell him this all the time. I think it's so funny how long I've known him. I think I've known him for like 8 years now. What, like 8 probably for us?
Oh, with recruiting and everything, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he actually recruited my sister like when she was going through. So like very long past with Carp, and I just think it's so funny. Not funny, but it's like crazy how like when I was a freshman, he was just Carp, and now he's like a dad of 2 children.
Yeah,
and I think it's so wild. Like. He does a great job. Like he's a great father from everything I've seen, but it's just like when I came here, I just like did not see him as like a parent, and like he's a parent now, which is like it's so wholesome. Like
yeah. You think it's bad? I remember him as when he was in high school, is when I knew him. So he's still the same haircut, which is sad, but he he's come a little bit. Did he ever tell you about his 7 goals to get our lacrosse team into the playoffs? He scored 7 in the game. Just ask him about it and sit down and have your coffee. It's about a half hour worth of story.
I was about to say, do I have the time to sit and ask him about it? Or?
I don't know what your schedule's like, but
I'm shocked he didn't tell that the last time he was on the podcast.
He did one time during a lightning round. I asked him his favorite sports memory, and he's like, 7 goals.
Yeah, but I'm surprised it wasn't like it just started. I'm like, hey, Carp, how's it going, dude? He's like, well, let me tell you, man, back junior year high school, I'm going to tell you the story. Just get right into it.
Hey, so we've talked to Delaney, and I think we're going to have a live pod. So we want to have you guys come on for the live pod.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So Meg, you get to go through the lightning round questions, and Katie, you get the new set.
Ooh.
That would be fun. That'd be kind of cool, right? We're gonna have to bring like a banner and like try to look official and stuff.
We'll just take this one. Take that
like a tablecloth, maybe.
Pretty
no, we just hang this up somewhere and put a table in front of it. And
yeah, but we have to get a tablecloth for the table, right? We're not gonna be
sure. I'm sure Delaney can find us a table.
I just want to keep it classy, dude. Classy, all right, dude.
You were talking about no tarps
and northeastern swag for.
There you go.
For it.
They might let me dress up like Paws. I'm pushing.
Yeah, Delaney said that actually.
That's just. Did we have a mascot opening weekend? We did, I think. Paws was at least at one of the games.
Wait, like
on the ice. You want to be Paws on the ice?
I think I'd be okay with it. So here's the thing, and I don't really like admitting this that much, but I think I would be a great mascot, like a truly great mascot. But like, nobody really wants to say that they would be, but like, I think I would be.
I feel like you give off that energy though. Like I feel like. But like in the best way possible. Like I feel like
listen, if we're gonna do a clip of this episode, it's gonna be Katie saying to you, "I feel like you give off big mascot."
Yeah, so we have a group chat, and like there were odds about who's gonna say the meanest thing on the podcast, and you weren't listed, and you just
no one had Katie like that.
That was a compliment. That was such a compliment. I love the mascot.
Listen. You know what? You'd be such a good mascot. That's what every person.
No, I said you had good energy. I said you had good energy.
High standards. Like Paws is the best mascot in college hockey. I'm convinced.
Yes,
I like that.
It is a good mascot.
Like the standards we have. Like if we think you can match that, like that's a huge.
Like when I say you have like good energy, I'm saying like you would like be buzzing around the rink and like all up in the other team's face and like. Absolutely. I like cartwheels on ice type stuff. Like that's like good energy that I'm talking about. I'm not saying like when Paws like trips and falls. Like I'm not saying that.
I have a confession. I don't think I can do a cartwheel. I've never been able to actually do one. So
he can't drive a stick shift. He can barely swim.
I can double toe touch though. We can maybe do one of those at center ice. We can figure that out.
What's maybe just like a somersault?
A double toe touch is like what the cheerleaders do when they like jump up and they touch their toes.
You can do that?
You can do that, but not a cartwheel.
No, I'm really bad at cartwheels. Cartwheels.
I can't even do that sitting.
That's about all I got though. I'm gassed afterwards. Don't act like I'm not
sure.
Tired if I do that one time for sure.
Hey, so out of the freshman class that you guys have playing with you, who's impressed you the most so far?
Well, good question, Brownie.
Thank you.
That's a hard one, honestly.
That is a hard one.
Because we went through them all with Carp, right? Like Carp kind of.
We went over everybody, and I'll lump Allard in there too because she's basically a freshman class. She played 9 games, so
she's like freshman 2.0.
There you go, freshman and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I think they all have like. I pay attention more, honestly. Like, obviously, games are important, but I like watching in practice and like seeing how like even in the first couple of weeks how they've like evolved and how they've like gotten. Just better, like faster, and how they've like just developed into like a more complete player just through the couple weeks of like practice. And I think that's so cool to like see, because I still remember the transition from like youth hockey to like college hockey, and it's so different, and it's
such an adjustment, right? Like the first week, like you're not really adjusted to playing around like girls that are like nasty,
and they're away from home. Some of them for the first time, so
yeah. So I think that's really cool to kind of see how they've all like developed in their own way. Like some of them come in and they're already like really fast, and then it's cool to see like 3 weeks in just how much faster some of the other ones have gone, and it's like they're all like great people too. Like they're so precious. They're like my little kids.
It's such a for the girls answer. I love that. Name one person.
You can't get them to say anything negative about anybody, except for Carp. It's hilarious. So to change tactics or topics, how about them Bills?
Ooh. Oh, I have my flag hanging above my bed.
Oh, do you?
Just so I can like manifest it. Oh yeah, the Buffalo for everyone over there. Right. So huge dub on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Huge dub. I'm sorry if you're a Patriots fan.
No, I'm a Raiders fan, so I've given up long ago. So that's fine.
I
have Josh Kelly and Stephon Diggs were my first 2 picks in fantasy this year, so I was very happy with that.
I love that.
Yeah. Did I say Josh Kelly? Josh Allen. Sorry.
I was about to say Josh. I knew what you meant. It's okay.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly was who you were kind
of. Jim Kelly. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Jim Kelly was at the game this weekend, I think, too. So, but oh man, wish I was there. I say that like I've been to a bunch of games, but I've only been to one Bills game in my life. And
are you from? Wait, so how are you a Bills fan?
She's from there.
I don't have to go to the game. I just like we have season tickets to the Sabres, so we don't also have like Bills tickets.
Are you from Buffalo?
Yeah,
I am.
Okay, that makes a lot.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think I could be for a rip. I don't think I could be from New England and like be as like outward of a Bills fan as I am, and like be.
She came on here and trashed New England pizza.
Okay, so who has the best chicken wings? Best chicken wings in Buffalo. Go.
Oh, in Buffalo? Ooh,
yeah.
That's tough. Duff's is like a classic, sometimes too saucy for me. This is also not an ad. I like Elmo's. It's a really good chicken wing place. Where am I forgetting? People like Anchor Bar. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan, but like they claim that they like originated the chicken wing, I think. So like I'll give them that. I've had it. I've had it. It's a chicken wing.
Meg, do you watch American football, or are you Grey Cup?
Oh no, I watch the Bills.
Oh, okay.
I get looped in over here.
Oh, Meg, you're Canadian, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. That's why she was one of the ones at the Canadian camp. Remember?
Yes. All right, dude. All right, man.
It's late. It's late.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Thank you. It is late. Thank you for that.
I got you.
Oh, God.
So what? So Katie, you're a Sabres fan, probably more likely.
Yes, things are looking up. It was rough there for a good couple of years, so but.
And Meg, who do you like?
Go Leafs, go!
Oh, boy.
Oh my God, that was so disappointing.
Yeah, that like you aren't
so disappointing.
I respect like your fandom, and you're like, hey, I gotta love the Leafs, but that wasn't like a go Leafs. You were just like, yeah, all right, go Leafs, go. Bro.
No, because you knew what our reaction was going to be. I feel.
It's a love-hate relationship, but you know you got to.
Brownie hates Austin Matthews more than anything on.
I can't stand him. I'm sure he's a very nice guy. I'm sure he's
doubt it. There's no way he's a nice guy. Not a shot.
I need some background. Why can't you stand him?
I don't like the way he plays.
Really?
I think he's been a better 200-foot player in the last couple of years. Like if anything, I didn't like him. I didn't like the way he like started.
When you get out there and you have some guy who's like jabbing you in the face and you just kind of roll with it.
Right, dude, you have like a little mustache.
I'm like, and he's like 6'5", 280 pounds. Like, dude, throw a punch.
They have the grinders in the NHL.
No, I understand, but he should still. He's that big and that good. I'd like to see a little more edge in him. You know,
I get that.
Like if he played like Matthew Tkachuk, I would be his biggest fan.
Ooh, I can't stand Tkachuk.
But people don't play
why.
He's so good. I feel like he doesn't need to play the way he does.
Oh, it's fun. Like it's so much more fun though.
No, I agree. Like I like his edge, but there's times where he just takes it like past the. Like I like playing with a little edge. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my God!
Oh, I had to get a clip from Delaney. Speaking of you playing with an edge,
That wasn't okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. It wasn't me. So,
oh my God.
So hey, what person on your team
that
kind
girl
of plays like
telling
Kachuk
straight
and
up.
Martian? Do you guys have like anybody on your team that kind of just like annoys the piss out of people? Like, is there somebody who's always running their mouth? Do we have anybody like that?
I asked them. That's one of the lightning round questions. And now that Tessa Ward has graduated, it's hard for them to come up with anybody.
That was always the answer.
Yeah, Ward was great. She was awesome.
She's the best.
She was great.
Yeah,
I probably would have been a big Wardo fan for sure.
Yeah, the little Wardo
would,
Pate. Yeah, I loved her game. She was great. I see Brazis has that nice edge to her. I think Jovetic and
Jove does.
I gotta say, Abby, for as nice as she is, she was staring daggers at that number 2 who ran her a couple of times late in the second game.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing like verbal really that people say. It's more like okay, you messed with me, like watch your back type thing. Like
it's funny when our team tries to chirp because we're not great at it.
We're just such nice people.
Like no, we really there's a few that like do like the quiet like under the breath like just to the other person, but like
Kano's like, hey, you're not good at hockey.
There was a scrum in front of our bench this weekend, and a couple of our players like tried to like chirp like from the bench like over into this battle, and it was hysterical. Like we were laughing more than we were laughing at like the people trying to chirp more than we were laughing at like the situation, which I thought was so funny.
Doesn't Phillips run her mouth a little bit? I
feel like in game, no.
Oh, okay.
You don't really hear it.
Yeah, she may like think stuff to herself. I feel like she definitely like she sits at the other end of the ice probably and like definitely may say a couple things just like to herself. But I'd be interested to see her like mic'd up.
She's smart. Like she could be witty with a comeback.
Oh yeah, she definitely has quick comebacks.
Yeah. Well, maybe some of the freshmen will bring that in.
Just to clarify, I did not take that girl's helmet off.
Dude,
it wasn't me.
I was.
She's saving her image, dude. I respect that.
I guess
she's a brand.
We can talk about this more when we're not recording.
She's a brand now.
No,
Katie Knoll. That's not a Katie Knoll thing to do. Is what she's trying to tell
right.
I would say it off camera too. I mean, I'm not the one who got the penalty on the play, so.
No, you didn't get the penalty. I agree with you on that.
The person who got the penalty is the person who committed the act. I will say
the crime on the ice.
I will say that, and she admitted to it too.
Somewhere Al just heard a bus horn. She just got thrown right under it.
No, she knew about it, and it was so funny because it was like a huge scrum, and like it's funny because Coach Flynn always says like Gwyneth has thousands of dollars worth of equipment, like don't take a penalty, like she's like fine. So like he always says that, and so the one girl had me like by like the collar, and I was like she was starting to like uppercut me, and I was just sitting there eating it, which was really hard for me to do because it took all of my inner strength, but I was like, no, she's gonna get a penalty if she keeps doing it. And then Allard comes out of left field. And I'm like, what are you doing? But so yeah, that was a little crazy. But it was not me.
No, you didn't get the penalty, you're not on the score sheet. Fair enough.
Do you guys know who Emma Murphy is? Or
I
no?
do. I know who Emma is. Emma's a friend of ours.
Yeah. Kind of wait to jump back on. Love that.
Yeah, she's jumping on. Maybe she gave us the heart up there. So nice.
I love a good heart. I think she did.
Yeah, nice. Good on Emma.
Good on.
So
Emma.
you guys. So what practice every day? What's the schedule like as grad students? You take how many classes you taking?
It's a little bit different. So like I'm in a purely grad program. So I'm in like 4 classes, like 10 credits. So it's much lighter than the undergrad.
Yep.
But Katie's doing like a combo of the undergrad and grad. So she's got a little bit more on her plate.
Yeah, I'm still in 4 classes. I'm in 2 grad, 2 undergrad. I think it's like 12 credits total maybe. So credit wise, it's not as much, but I think grad credits only count for 3. So that's the difference. And yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of the same as undergrad, except I have like an online class. So I just don't have as much like in-person class, but we still have the same schedule where I get up as if I had class and I just like crank out my work for the day. And then we have either skills. Sometimes we have skills. Then we have lift, practice. Then we need to find time to cook and do all that. And then wake up and do it all again. So the life of a student athlete.
Pretty good routine. Yeah.
What's that?
It's a pretty good routine.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a routine. I love a good routine.
His routine right now is a bender.
Well, no, I just told you January. It's gonna be a completely different person.
We're in October, so
yeah, I'm not committing to this immediately. Do you need some prep for it?
Who when you guys all went out to dinner down on Long Island? Was that guy someone famous?
In the photo?
The clam place. I don't know.
Was it a famous restaurant? Is that what it is?
He said that famous people go. Who did he say went there?
Tim Thomas.
Tim Thomas. He said goes there. It was actually
so
the
good.
food was dynamite. It was outrageously delicious.
So good.
Great Italian food. I will advertise that. That was pretty good.
It was so good.
And funny story on the weekend. I feel like this is okay since we won 2 games to share this.
We can. Well, no, technically we're live, but yeah, keep going.
No, that's okay. We never get I guess desserts. Normally desserts are on the trip home.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a thing. Everyone's okay with it. And it was a family style restaurant, so they were the things you guys paid for, it comes with these dessert options. And who was it? Was it who approved this? They came over to the table and our new ops person Sean was oh my gosh, I have no idea, I'm new here, I think. And
we got him right where we want him. All the desserts ever.
New guy said it was okay.
You're new? Okay, yeah.
The rumor was that Carp approved it.
I think Sarah threw him under the bus.
I think he definitely got. I think he got thrown under the bus a little bit. I don't know the validity of that, but people were hyped up for some dessert from this restaurant, and it lived up. Coach Flint was not hyped up.
What was the dessert? What was it?
It was in
a creme brulee and
a Napoleon, I think.
That's kind of bougie, dude. Creme brulee.
I kid you not, they brought out this blowtorch.
Oh yeah, they do it right at the table.
And, it was this huge blowtorch, and they were just
it's like the Cirque du Soleil of desserts, man. A show.
It was pretty cool.
And it was 2 of these desserts for every 4
4 or 5 people. They just set them down at the table.
They were
all family style.
Were they singing a song when they did it, or clapping?
I wish no.
That would have been way.
That's the old trick, because you just pick a rookie or something every one of these team meals, and you tell the server low key hey, it's her birthday.
Well, that's why I love a good chain restaurant, dude. If you go out to a regular restaurant, they don't clap. You go to Applebee's, they know it's your birthday.
Stop! I love the Applebee's birthday song.
Yes. I knew I would Katie. No, that makes so much sense, dude. 100%. I get made fun of all the time for my love of chain restaurants, and it's do you see my frame?
I can't tell you the last time I've been to Applebee's, but I still know the song. So,
have you ever had Taco Bell?
I haven't.
In your entire life?
No, that's not true. No way.
It's so true.
I had Taco Bell for the first time ever earlier tonight live.
Yeah, Brownie, they're Division 1 athletes. The one girl's 46 Canadian or whatever to get into the thing. I would think that you would have.
No, I understand, but they were still teenagers.
These bodies are temples.
Yeah, our bodies are temple.
Go off, queen. Okay.
Well, it's funny. I asked Abby what her cheat meal was, and she was sweet potatoes, and I'm
yeah, right. She's salad with Caesar.
Yeah. I sometimes
does love her sweet potatoes.
Yeah. She was very excited.
She's in the room right next door, so she probably heard me say that too.
Yo, who has the best style on the team? Let's talk on skates and then walking into the rink.
Walking
into the rink is Lily B.
Yeah, Lily B.
Without a doubt. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was Anderson.
I'm gonna give it to Lily
good style too, but Lily
if we're
B
talking about
always
take the show, cameras on her, Lily B.
Does she have the hat, the big hat that girls wear? You know,
definitely has one.
Yeah, not a cowboy hat, but it's
she loves her
flat
pink.
brim.
Yeah, a bunch of people have the fedora type thing. Yeah.
Who's the new country singer that all the dudes are obsessed with? She wears those pants. What's her? Oh, Lainey Wilson, the Lainey Wilson hat.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. The one that was in the locker room.
Oh yeah. A bunch of people have hats. Yeah. And then on the ice, I don't know. I'm really bad at that.
It's not me.
I don't think it's me.
Yeah, Megan, you're my kind of player if that's the answer. 100%.
Who was it? I when Murphy was on, she was ripping Irving for her on ice style. She's tongues out, right? I think Irving's tongues out.
I think Irving has gone tongues in now. I'm not 100% sure. I think she started the season trying tongues in.
I think they might be back out.
They might be back out. I mean,
if
if
respect the flop.
Yeah, Allard has some crazy flop on her tongues too.
Do you guys flop or no?
No.
Me neither. It's
Ked was the one who got me tucking my tongues in. I'd never done it.
I'm way too
Much
soft.
better.
I used to not. I used to not, and then I started blocking pucks right in that gap.
It sucks.
Oh.
So then my dad was like, "You got to get longer shin pads. So if you get longer shin pads, you got to tuck."
That and I feel like people who flop normally score goals, and that I'm just a glass and out kind of guy.
Oh damn!
They kind of dial in. Right, yeah, but you know what I mean. The people who have excessive flop, you're like, okay, they're probably pretty solid. Strictly off of style.
That's not true because we have one of our writers who's the Dallas Stars writer, and he's got a colored visor and yellow
he's
laces.
openly trying to be the biggest tool ever. He doesn't actually think that looks cool. I don't think, and if he does, think, listen, I like you as a kid, but we can't be friends, kind of a thing.
Damn, am I gonna need a flop to score now? Is that what he's trying to tell me?
Hey, have you not? Hey, hold on. Hey, it's not scoring goals. Maybe she's got a flop.
No,
I don't know. I would maybe change the way I take my stick or do something else before I did something that drastic.
Yeah, that is a really drastic thing though, and it doesn't sound like it is, but it actually is super drastic to do something.
It is, and we also shop blocker gang over here. I don't think I could do the flop with the shop blocker.
Wait, Meg, you got shop blocker? Wait, do you both wear shop blockers?
Yeah.
You have to, dude.
That's so.
You gotta. If you're gonna sacrifice the body, you have to.
PK vibes over here.
That's so pro. Oh, I have a question. If you guys ever played beer league, do you think you'd wear shot blockers or no? There's people that do that.
Honestly,
what would you think
maybe.
about that? Here's the thing. I feel like beer league's way more dangerous than the games you guys play because they're psychos and they don't really know what's going on.
There are some. I feel like I'd have to until I felt out what the crowd was like and who the crazies were. Maybe I would the first week.
I'll tell you right now, 95% of the crowd's going to be pretty psychotic. They don't really know what's going on.
I mean, they're all going to the show.
It's Game 7 on a Wednesday night. They have work at State Farm the next morning. Their wife hates them. They just got to figure it out, dude. And they have shot blockers on. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
That's crazy. Do they have the ones that stick on the side of your skates or the plastic ones?
The clear. I have a pair of the clear ones that
you do, Brownie. Let's go.
Yeah. That's what we wear too.
Yeah.
So
I had to melt it with a hairdryer because of my skates didn't fit. Yeah.
We have to. We actually need to get a new pair this week. We have to mold it in the oven. Eric hates us for it because it's such a tedious process, and if you leave it in for 10 seconds too long, it ruins the plastic, and you have to reset.
Do you guys do anything weird with your gear? Brownie keeps a feather in his stick.
In?
Well, sort of on in.
There was it's
a cool story.
A long time ago, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. A long time ago, there was a robin that was pecking on my back door all day, fighting his reflection. And they do this apparently. I had to hang towels, all this stuff. He was waking me up at 5 in the morning every year.
Dick of a robin, honestly.
Kind of. Yeah. So he finally stopped, and because I was like, I'm going to shoot this robin, and it was over and done with. The next year, robins are the first birds to show up. The next spring, he was there, and I was like, it's the same robin. So I borrowed a BB gun and I plunked him, but to honor his spirit, look at Katie's face, to honor his spirit, I took his feathers, some of his tail feathers, the long ones, and I have it on my hockey stick. And no matter when I break the stick, I cut them out and I retape it onto the other stick.
So you guys have any bird feathers on your stick?
Well, what I was going to say was a few people I've played with have known this story, and they touch the tape where the bird feather is for good luck.
Well, everybody has weird shit like that. I think I think most people kind of, whether it's how you get dressed a certain way or your pregame thing. You guys have anything like that?
Yeah, I put my left side on before my right.
Everything skate, elbow, glove. You're just
you go the whole side.
Glove not. Glove no. Glove is random.
Wait. So you go skate knee pad?
No. So I'll put my left shin guard on and then my right one. And then I'll do left sock, right sock.
Gotcha. I thought you were doing your whole
side, imagine I just do my left
the Batman villain, the guy who's split in half,
You guys put pants on first or skates on first? Because I didn't even know this was a debate, and I do pants too.
Pants, but I understand the skate thing. I had to do it a couple times, and it's it's not as difficult or weird as I thought.
I can't get my foot through my pants.
You think that, but you just kind of need to leave the skate guard on and go for it. I didn't think so either.
I thought that too. So you can do that?
Do you have the zippers on the inside of your leg?
So you just like
On your
unzip it.
pants,
I don't
just
even need to
unzip 'em.
unzip it. I can still fit my skate through if I need to. But normally I put my pants on first.
If I could guarantee that I could get my skate through my pant, like that would easily be the way to do it.
It's so much easier to tie your skate without your pants on.
I think so too.
It is.
I might
have
to put that up.
two torn ACLs. I can't flex my knees, so I put on my skates first, and then I kind of eat into the pants.
Just wraps himself in an ace bandage, ready to go.
Basically, I smear Tiger Balm and CBD oil over my knees, ready to go skate.
That's 5th year vibes right there. That's how my body feels sometimes.
So I'm going to ask this, and you guys don't have to answer. Next year, you guys thinking the PWHL?
That's a good question, Brownie.
Yeah,
yep.
Nice.
I would like to, yeah. So
are you guys getting involved? Because like this might be wildly incorrect, but can't like college athletes get sponsored by people now? Is that not a thing?
Oh, they have NILs, yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything with that? Any plugs you want to drop right now or no?
I don't. I wish I could just like flex on them, but
you should just message like Howie's hockey tape and like morning skate.
I think doesn't Taze do stuff with Howie's?
Taze Thompson is a Howie's girl, so she is sponsored. So.
You should start telling people that you're sponsored by the morning skate from now on.
Wait. Well, hold on. I was gonna say that, but how many? Is there a limit to the sponsors you guys can have?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
Honestly, this may sound horrible, but like. They tell us we have to like fill out a form and like I think like verify it for some reason, like obviously for like the bigger ones, and it's probably like the most not time consuming thing ever. It's probably like 2 questions and you just have to verify it, but I've just like never wanted to do it, so I have never like accepted.
All right, let me say this is the disclaimer. If you can only have if you're not allowed to have multiple NIL deals, then this is all moot. Okay.
Yep.
But if you can have multiple NIL deals, we will make an official offer to these two to be morning skate.
Absolutely, dude. We'll give
ambassadors.
You all so much merch, dude.
We'll just get you guys merch.
Yes,
we could be sponsored.
If you could pick one sponsor to be your sponsor, who would it be? I'm picking Chipotle. Who are you guys picking?
Oh my god! Oh, pick like
you're one wheel. I already know you're gonna pick.
Oh, I would do a one wheel.
Yeah,
I would do a one wheel.
That?
You don't
like
know
the
what
weird like skateboard thing, but it's just like
it's a skateboard with the one wheel in the middle that goes on the beach and goes off-roading and everything.
He's an off-roading skateboarder, essentially. But
have you never seen a one wheel? I guarantee there's people around campus that have them. No, but these guys are just starting out like on their adult life after college, so they would be like Range Rover would be, you know what I mean, or someone like that that's going to give you
a car.
That's so hard.
Man, that would
because you go. Do you go like the car route? Do you go food? Do you go like sports?
Bryce Harper,
JetBlue. You could fly everywhere or something.
Yeah.
No, you can build up. You can build up points through like credit cards for like airline stuff. I'm thinking like swaggy clothing.
Lulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lululemon would be cool. Lulu's kind of expensive too. If you got free Lulu always,
that'd be kind of nice.
That would be kind of nice.
I think Twisted Tea or Chipotle for sure.
Twisted Tea.
Yeah, the Twisted Tea lights are only 100 cal and 7 grams of sugar. So judge all.
That's a one wheel right there.
There it is.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
How do you take that on the beach though? I know what it is.
They go off road. You just got to let some air out of the tires, just like a truck.
Yeah, you put on your puka shell necklace and you just let it rip.
Gotta let some air out of the
tires. I feel like if I had to pick a food one, I'd have to go Energize.
What is that? Are those the bars? Are those the protein bars?
No, it's
a smoothie place. So they have smoothie bowls, smoothies, salads.
So what about Anna's? They're one of the sponsors, right, for Fan of the Game, aren't they?
Oh, the taqueria?
Yeah.
Isn't that is it El Jefe's now?
Oh,
I feel like El Jefe's may have taken that over.
El Jefe's is
they're
the Mexican spot on campus for sure.
Nice.
The closest Chipotle is like over in Fenway, which really isn't that far, but I like places that take the Husky Bucks. Mm-hmm. So
what are Husky Bucks?
It's like Monopoly money.
Plan, basically. Monopoly money.
It's not actually Monopoly money. But,
it can be used for actual goods and services.
Yes, it can. Like at places on campus, so food and like at the bookstore and like stuff like that. So
very nice. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, listen, we have taken up enough of their time with this.
Can you get us a natty ship this year? That'd be pretty cool. Like if I come and see like a game that it's like, oh, Ked made this happen. That's something that I can kind of get behind, maybe perhaps. But I don't know. I wish you guys luck. You guys are cool. Thank you guys for always coming on the podcast and stuff. It means a lot to us. It's expanded our podcast dramatically. I think that women's hockey is not
one lady in the Midwest
at all. Like, yeah, dude, what's her name?
No, we're not gonna say it.
I
don't want to get these guys in trouble. We can talk about it when they're gone.
She's so dumb, but it's I don't know. I just feel like women's hockey isn't represented enough, and it's cool to get you guys out there talking about, you know, where you came from, what your plans are, what college is like. I think it's really, really cool. And you guys taking time out of your day. I understand the whole, like, well, I don't. I told people I understood the student athlete dream, but like club hockey was like a little different. Again, I played D1. But I appreciate it's a lot, and it's really cool that you guys do that, and it means a lot. And the way you guys act with Brownie's daughter and all that stuff, it's really, really cool. And you guys are good people, so we appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you.
Thank you. Congrats on 300 episodes.
Thank you.
Hey, that was so nice. That made my day.
Congrats to you guys for becoming the first Morning Skate NIL deals.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's win a ship, huh? Can we do that? That'd be so cool.
Let's focus on first the bean pot, then hockey.
No, I'm winning ships, dude. No. Championship ships. Or bust. That's what we're doing.
Day by day.
Our goalie's got 3 shutouts right now.
They just gotta worry about EU.
The classic hockey answer. Hey, yeah, you know, we're doing what we can. I'm going to be pumping the tires. Everybody's gonna know about it.
I love that. Sometimes that's exactly like what we need. Like,
Super.
You won't hear me saying it, but I love that energy from you.
It's like a mascot thing, right?
It's BME, big mascot energy, right there.
Brownie, that was good. That was hip, dude.
Really
that was solid.
That was quick thinking there.
That was rad.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Girls, thank you guys so much. That was awesome.
Thanks you for having us. Happy 300 episodes.
I'll see you Saturday.
Have the best night.
See ya.
Guys. Thanks.
Okay,
how was that, man?
They were really cool.
How was that? That was the big get right there, those two.
That was pretty sick. Honestly, that was cool. I was already kind of planning on going there, but like I'm friends with people now, so it's like, okay.
Now we have to get them. We got to get them gear. Those two.
Yeah, we can do that. That's no different.
Actually, you know what we should do?
I should go take a piss outside, but you should keep doing the
Where are we dump and change?
We're dumping and changes. Haley Van Voris, I think.
All right. Yep. Haley Van Voorhees became the first female non-kicker to appear in a collegiate football game as she took the field at safety for D3 Shenandoah University.
That's pretty solid, right?
Yeah, she had I think she had 2 defended passes, I believe.
I'll take that.
The NFL and the NFLPA have agreed to gambling rules for players. If you bet on NFL games not involving your team, it's a minimum 1-year suspension. If the bet involves the team you're playing for, minimum 2-year suspension. Betting on non-NFL teams in your team facility, 2 games the first time, 6 games the second offense, and at least 1 year for the third offense.
Brownie,
go ahead.
Yeah, give me your thoughts, and I have thoughts on this. Keep going.
Oh, you want me to keep going? Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What are your thoughts on this?
Well, here, so I don't have a problem with it because
I have no problem if you're betting on your own team.
But what if you're betting on them to lose?
No, if you bet on your team to win, I have no problem with that.
There you go. Okay, I agree with you there.
The only thing I can see is maybe you're paying the person on another team to be like, "Hey, drop this ball."
Yeah, right.
That'd be the only thing.
Attempting to fix games, you're banished from the NFL. Sharing inside info or tipping gamblers, minimum 1-year suspension. And then third party or proxy betting is a minimum of 1 year. So I wonder, does this cover fantasy football also?
Semantics. I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. And then the last thing, the Las Vegas police have made an arrest in the 1996 drive-by shooting of Tupac Shakur, per AP sources. Rachel Wolfson from Jackass, right? The girl from Jackass. The girl in the movie, she was one who licked the taser, remember? She's a stand-up comedian.
They never had a girl in the old Jackass.
No, she's in the new Jackass.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
Yeah, she's a stand-up comedian too. Her dad actually made the announcement. He works in the Las Vegas prosecutor's office, and she tweeted out, "My dad solved Tupac's murder," which is pretty funny.
Kind of sick.
So there you go. That's it. Dump and change.
Only thing I have with the Rangers, there's a lot of hate on Alexi Lafreniere right now.
From you?
No, from other people saying that he doesn't train. There's a play against the Islanders where he didn't back check. People are saying that Will Cooley and Brennan Othman should make the team over him. Like Rangers Twitter is going nuts.
Is this the last year of his deal?
No, he just signed a 2-year deal.
Oh, that's right.
Brennan Othman, I'm in such a weird spot because like the selfish part of me wants him to play so bad right now, but I think like development wise, because we always rush kids, I'd let him play in a year in the AHL. Like he's got a lot of grit to his game, dude. Like he's a rookie out there and he'll like hit somebody into the bench and like give him a noogie and then get off the ice. Like he's kind of a rat, which I love to see. And Will Cooley, I could see him being a late season call up if somebody on the third or fourth line kind of shits the bed. I don't know. I like what Laviolette's doing. Laviolette, the game that Lafreniere didn't back check, we kind of got blown out. He said that's fucking absolutely unacceptable. A little bit different from the way that Gallant said it, I think, but still kind of the same thing. But I like Laviolette and the shit that he's saying right now. That makes me feel good. The Lafreniere thing does not make me feel good. The Adam Fox, Keandre Miller pairing that potentially could happen also doesn't make me feel good because then you're going to run Trubin, Lindgren. There ain't a lot of speed on that. I don't know. The Rangers are so weird. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. I hope that they do. I'm sure we'll do a podcast where we kind of make our predictions.
Yeah, we have to do our preview soon.
But I mean,
next week we got to do our preview.
Hockey's coming up fast.
Yeah.
How fucking pumped are you, dude?
Yeah, we're like 8 days out, 9 days out.
I think that this might be the longest podcast that we've ever done. I'm okay with
it.
No. I'm not telling you to. I'm not telling you to hurry up. I'm just saying like this is historic.
Well, we knew it was going to be. First off, it's 300 episodes. Second off, we haven't podcasted in like 3 weeks, and with the guests. So
but do you hear everybody like congratulating us about it? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
We got a couple of sponsors under our belt after this one. Ken's plugging his stuff, and we have like some weird fucking British dude just talking a whole bunch of nonsense. Of course, bro. Like this has been a movie. And then Delaney, who was like the nicest girl ever. It's just
So Bruins news, just a nice story about Jake DeBrusk. Showed up to a neighborhood street hockey game. The kids in the neighborhood were playing for a birthday party. He came over and brought over a signed game stick for the kid and hung around to play. So good on JD74. And then I don't know if you saw this. So Derek Forbert has this dog, Darla, who is a rescue dog.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like an older dog, a basset hound. And he had this broken elevator in his place. We had to carry her up and down the stairs for the first year he was in Boston. And she's become quite the media darling. Her name is Darla, too. And he brought her to the Beauty League, and she was star of the tourney. There were multiple times behind the bench, people taking pictures with her, total fan favorite. It's pretty funny.
Speaking of fan favorite, I just grabbed this Rainforest Cafe glass, which is a chain restaurant.
Yep.
How about Katie Knoll being involved with Applebee's? That was the coolest thing that I've heard today.
Oh my god,
Katie's
cool. Gonna set her sights higher.
Although she didn't eat Taco Bell, which
yeah, they're D1 athletes.
D1 athletes, bro.
That's what I should have said to you when you were like, "You got to eat Taco Bell." I'm a D1 athlete.
D1 athlete.
In terms of the Bruins, I haven't really watched because I never watched preseason hockey. But I guess this kid, there's a center, young kid. He's 19. And I'm blanking on his name right now, which is horrible. But he's making all the noise locally that he might make the club and skate with Marchand. Yeah.
What draft pick do you know?
I'm looking him up right now.
19
Bruins.
years old. It had to have been not this year, but the year before that. Is Fabian Lascelles still around?
He hasn't done much in from what I've seen or what I've read. Like I said, full disclosure, I haven't watched.
Fair enough.
I don't watch preseason hockey typically.
You guys are coming back with Olmark and Swayman, right? That nobody left.
Olmark and Swayman and Bussi, their Providence goalie, made a ridiculous highlight goal, and everybody's like, "Trade Swayman."
No, it was on Johnny Brodzinski. It was on.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right-handed catching glove. I don't trust goalies that are right-handed.
But they have some kids that might pop off. The projected lines I saw was
is Phillips right-handed?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. All right.
Trying to think. You know what? She might be.
I think she is.
Because she puts the puck on her blocker for the ref to take it, and I believe her glove's on her right hand.
Let me look. You keep talking.
Oh, that was it. That was it for the Bruins. I was trying to figure out that guy's name, but I can't.
Okay.
If you just search her, you'd probably pull it up. And
we'll skip beer league.
Yeah, I was going to have something for beer league, but I don't.
All right, so we'll do heroes and zeros.
All right, man. Yeah, she's right-handed.
She's right-handed. Yep. All right, heroes and zeros.
Oh, sorry, I lost my place.
All right.
Go ahead.
I have a hero and zero, but it's like really sad. And you and I talked about it before the podcast. I don't know if that's a good one or not.
No, I mean, well, I don't know which way you're going to go with it, but I mean, it's in the news, so go ahead.
Okay, so my hero of the week is the fact that the New York State, I don't know if it was state trooper, sheriff, whoever it might be, there was a 9-year-old girl that was abducted literally like 2 miles from my buddy's house, probably 10 miles from my mom's house, 20 miles from me. It made national news. 9-year-old girl. She was out on a bike ride with all of her friends and her family. They got back. She wanted to take one more lap, I guess. Took one more lap, got abducted. An Amber Alert went out. And they ended up finding her. She's alive. They said that she was healthy. So my hero of the week is to everybody that was involved with that. It was like a day or two. And like, you know how it is, like the first 48 hours matter the most.
That's key, yeah.
And I think that everybody was kind of not thinking good about it. So the fact that she is home safe, I mean, that's a blessing. That's an absolute blessing. And my zero of the week goes to the fact that there's fucking scumbags out there that do this. They should be taken off the face of the earth. If you ask me, they serve zero purpose in society. Get rid of them. And this is just more of a, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I remember like growing up as a kid, like I almost always had to be an adult or with an adult until like, dude, I was like pretty older in life. And I remember just being like, why is this a thing? Like I'm old enough. I can, be by myself. And you think like shit like that doesn't happen. And then it affects, I mean, dude, like the amount of people, my entire Instagram of people in the local area were sharing like the Amber Alert and like everybody's thoughts and prayers and stuff like that. And it's just one of those things where you don't think it's going to happen to you. And it obviously didn't happen to me, but it happened to the community that is very close to me. And it's like, this is fucked up. Like there's a lot of really, really, really fucked up people out there. And it's just more of a, don't take life for granted. Don't think that everybody's like you. Like, don't think that, that because there isn't good in everybody. I know that's really, really fucked up and sad to say, but zero of the week goes to that scumbag. It's infuriating. And I'm sure he'll get what he deserves in jail, but I'm happy that she's back and she's safe and they found her. Honestly, in my opinion, it's a miracle that I thought she was for sure.
100%.
So, just a miracle that happened. So, and again, it's kind of a dark kind of thing to bring up, but a hero is a miracle. The fact that girl's safe. So that would be it.
So
I don't think I said anything problematic, right? I think I did pretty good there.
No, I think that was good. I'll do my zero first. We end on a high note there. So my zero is Kurt Schilling. For a number of reasons, but the most recent thing, I mean, this guy's a fucking blowhard, look at me, attention whore.
Yeah.
But Mr.
Yeah, he really is, dude. He's kind of a fucking huge scumbag, honestly, man.
Mr. Ketchup Sock himself announced on his podcast that Tim Wakefield, who we talked about earlier, who passed away tragically, and his wife Stacy are both battling cancer. Schilling said this.
Wait. Wakefield and his wife are battling cancer?
Yeah. And then he died and his wife's still alive. So Schilling said, was a fucking quote from this chooch. He said that even though Wake didn't want it publicized, since he's a Christian and knows the power of prayer, that it was okay to go against his friend's wishes.
So, like,
you arrogant fucking twat.
If he's being like real about that and he like believes, like he truly believes in the religion, like people are nuts like that. So I would understand that. But I think that he said allegedly, and I might get wrong on this, he probably just said that because he thought that people would give him less shit about it, right? Like
this is also a guy who is a quote unquote collector who has all kinds of Nazi propaganda in his house.
No, I mean, pound for pound, it seems like he's really not that great of a guy. But during the time, Boston people thought he was the best. So it goes right back to Marty Walsh, am I right? So.
And there's been reports from media outlets that Schilling, that bloody sock was a fake.
I don't believe that. I think that that's people trying to get headlines.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's just that he I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, so enough about that tool bag. again, thoughts and prayers to Stacy Wakefield and the Wakefield family, and RIP to Tim Wakefield.
Tim fucking Wakefield, dude. I respect the fuck out of a knuckleballer. You know?
Yeah, he reinvented himself so he could stay in the league. So there's this Australian guy I read about. His name is Don Ritchie, and he lived across the street from the most famous suicide spot in Australia known as the Gap. He lived there for almost 50 years and saved at least 160 people from suicide by striking up conversations and inviting them to his house for tea. The Gap's an ocean cliff at South Head in the eastern suburbs of Sydney. Listen, we've talked about BetterHelp with sponsor, hey, help.com/morning skate if you need to talk to somebody. But all it takes is a conversation sometimes to make all the difference in someone's life. Mm-hmm. So bear that in mind, when you meet people. Everyone's going through something. So
160 people sounds exhausting, dude. Like that guy
over, of course, a long time.
I know, but that's a heavy fucking thing to be talking to people about. So good on that guy. Don Ritchie, the best Ritchie that there was.
There you go. Nice. That was a good one.
All right, and we have one more segment. 3 stars. Brownie, let's see what you look like in this video. You look just like me, dude. That was
unreal. So in honor of Taylor Swift.
Don't say in honor of, because there's no because this is happening because Taylor Swift and Travis.
So let me ask you this: we should have asked Katie and Megan, because I feel like that's their generation more. Taylor Swift,
maybe a little bit.
Do you believe it's true? Like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are in a real relationship?
I had this conversation with a buddy the other day. Like Taylor Swift, I asked him if Taylor Swift was hot, and we both kind of agreed on it. It's like she is. But she's not. Does that make sense? I think she should be, but it never really moves the needle. I also didn't really know that many people in the world love Taylor Swift. I knew she was.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, she's huge. She's huge. And I didn't. She's honestly, is this aggressive to say she's like a modern day kind of Elvis? Legit.
She might be bigger.
That's what I'm saying. That's fucking
she's
wild.
making I think her tour, she's making in the billions with a B.
They said that her tour stimulates the American economy, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'd be honest with you. If you're a politician, I would not go against Taylor Swift in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So I guess Kelsey gained they say 400,000 followers the first game she went to.
And
we talk about Kurt Schilling as an attention whore. You want to talk about attention whore? Oh, all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers is okay to fly to the Jets at KC because Taylor Swift was there. Come on, or KC at the Jets.
I don't know. I don't care that much about it. I thought Travis Kelce was a tool, and then I started watching the podcast that he does with his brother, TikTok videos.
Yep.
And it seems like they have a really cool dynamic.
He's a pretty funny guy. I like his brother better for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I would 100% his brother and I think he's more wholesome. I think he's more of a good dude where I feel like Travis probably could be a dick if he didn't like you, but he's still he's the man, dude. If I could pick anybody in the NFL to be, it'd probably be him.
But I will say Travis Kelce shows some humor in these commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
And
he's self-aware. He's not I don't think he's a robot. He's not Russell Wilson.
Did you watch that quarterback show on Netflix?
I haven't watched it yet.
So Patrick Mahomes, I want to beat him up based on that show. And the one greatest thing about Taylor Swift, there was a frozen picture of everybody celebrating, is Patrick Mahomes' insufferable wife is just pouting because she's no longer getting all the shine, which is fantastic.
I know 2023 should be girl power. Her wife his wife is the worst.
Yeah, she's horrible. Yeah. And it comes across in that series too.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So anyway, so is his brother, by the way. His brother.
God damn,
weirdo.
I'd fight his brother.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I think it'd be hands on.
You just flick him right in the forehead. Here, come here.
Yep.
One of those. But yeah, okay. So we have Travis Kelce.
So because of this whole thing, we said, what if we could pick famous people to put with NHL stars?
Yes, I'm gonna go first.
Good.
The only famous people I have in this are the 2 players because this would be an affair. I have drama. Ryan Reeves is married. I'm assuming Tom Wilson is married. it would be incredible if one of the other took the other one's wife.
I thought you were going a completely different angle.
Nope. I think it would be. Could you imagine, like, because I think rivalry fighters in the NHL, those are the two that I think. And if something were to happen where it's like, I'm thinking WWE, I'm thinking just like, give me the storyline.
Like, what was it? Jessica, Sarah? What was Macho Man's?
I don't know.
Miss Elizabeth.
Yes.
Remember they used to grab her and take her away? Like, yeah.
So Ryan Reeves steals Tom Wilson's wife.
Let me ask you this.
And they have a game. That would be legendary.
To go back to hockey, you think Revo fights Wilson and Lucic both this year?
Lucic, yeah.
You don't think he fights Wilson? Wilson won't fight him, I don't think.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. I bet Revo goes, yeah. You got Toronto.
I bet you Lucic chases around Wilson that whole game against Washington too.
We'll see, dude. What's the thoughts on Boston fans about Lucic being back?
Oh, they love it because the fans, it's like the vocal dumb minority. They think he's going to go out there and play 25 minutes a night and score 35 goals.
See, dude, if you have realistic expectations on him and you understand that now your team has nothing to worry about, and now you have a good locker room dude who can perhaps bring in some, and he'll chip in some goals. Like Lucic is a fucking very serviceable player.
I think he's going to score 15. He's going to play fourth line minutes. He's going to get 12 to 14.
I think he'll play more than fourth line minutes. I bet he'll be like.
I think he gets like 12 to 14 minutes a night.
Oh, I bet you he gets more than that. You lost Bergeron. Yeah, you lost Bergeron and Krejci. I understand they're in the middle, but like Lucic is going to get you.
Well, they might give him some net front on the power play.
He'll get more. He'll be mixed.
I bet you. What's the over under on fights for him?
Good call on that one. I bet you he has 8 fights this year.
Oh, I was going to say 7.
Yeah,
so
I think he'll be going, dude. He'll definitely be going. Because you got to think you're going to play the Flyers a lot, and they're fucking pricks. You're going to be playing Toronto,
Carolina,
Montreal, like with Panetta and Wi-Fi. He's going to have his opportunities to do that.
He's Brendan Lemieux. He's going to hate Brendan Lemieux.
Yeah, Brendan Lemieux won't fight Lucic.
D'Angelo
won't fight Lucic. You have to understand, like, those guys are rats, but like when it comes to it, like
big guys though.
D'Angelo wouldn't fuck with Revo. Fucking who is the guy you mentioned before him?
Lemieux.
Lemieux wouldn't fuck with Revo.
They're
like,
big,
it's a different weight class.
Big guys though.
The only way that happens is if they do something out of line and Lucic just doesn't give a fuck and just grabs him, which would be entertaining as fuck. Yeah. Like I'm into that. I bet he's got 8 in him. Yeah. Well, dude, it's fucking hard because there's really not that many heavyweights in the Eastern Conference if you think about it. Wilson's not a true heavyweight. He's kind of a bitch. Like he doesn't really throw. Like if you think heavyweights in the East, you have that Wi-Fi, that Pizzetta kid will fight, Ross Johnston maybe if he gets pissed, Matt Martin maybe he's older now. Brady Tkachuk, but I don't know. Like something would have to pop off for that to happen.
Did you see Brady Tkachuk singing into the microphone? I don't know what that was.
Revo was talking about if Gudis did something to the goalie again. Like Revo's not going to fight. Gudis isn't going to fight Revo. Like
Gudis is playing in Anaheim. They're going to see each other once.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. But anyway, so in honor of this, we have 3 NHL funny celebrity crushes. Revo, Willie, we got an affair. That'd be my 3rd star.
So my number 3rd is because what I did is I just went with players I like with actresses I like.
Okay.
I said Matthew Tkachuk and Charlize Theron.
Pretty hot couple, dude. That's a smoking hot couple.
Good for him if he could pull that off.
Yeah, and good for her too. He's unreal player.
Yeah.
My second
Whole Foods we saw today.
My 2nd star. Do you follow golf?
Kinda. I mean, I know some of the players.
So there's like a is it the Riders Cup where it's like a U.S. just lost?
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah.
I don't know if he's on the team, but Dustin Johnson's an American. He's very, very good. Do you think he'd be capable? I don't know if he was on the team.
Hey, is that the guy who is with Gretzky's?
Paulina Gretzky? Gretzky dumps Dustin Johnson, starts seeing Connor McDavid. Could you imagine?
Oh, my God. That might be the best one out of everything.
Unbelievable. Like, that would be
holy shit.
Pinnacle.
The Canadian media would explode.
Holy fuck, could you imagine, dude? She has 99. She has 99 tattooed above her box, and she has to get it crossed out. And what number is McDavid? 97? Or she just gets the 9 crossed down, gives a 7. Keep the change.
Wow. All right, well, that's going to beat everything I have. But my number 2 is Patrice Bergeron and Salma Hayek. Come on, Bergie.
Your two favorite things on planet Earth.
Right. Top 5 anyway.
Hold on, your 4 favorite things. All right. And then my my number 1 star, Dustin Bufflin in China, dude. China, the WWE superstar. She was such a badass bitch, dude. Can you imagine those two making a kid? How big that kid would be? I think she's passed away, so I don't think it's like a real thing that could happen. But like, that would be a pretty.
I was during that era. I was a Lita guy.
Oh, Lita was hot, dude. She had a live sex show with Edge on Monday Night Raw one time.
She did?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So my number 1, I said it to you ahead of time, just like you gave me the Bufflin one before we started recording. My number 1, and I know they're both married very happily, I'm sure, but Jerome McGinley and Rihanna. I mean, come on. Look how gorgeous their kid would be.
Very hot kid. Very hot kid. We respect that.
So,
all right. So those are our 3 stars. Happy 300th episode, dude.
Yeah, happy 300th. That was something. I ate Taco Bell. We had some good surprise guests.
So many things happened during the last 2 hours and a half. Shout out to all of our guests, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that was watching.
Name them all. Name them all specifically, because I don't want to forget anybody.
All right, so Alistair Poppycock was played by John Kinsman, my buddy Snoop.
He wrote a script. He wrote a script for the podcast. He did. This is incredible.
Not only did he write a script, I had lines, which was fantastic.
Unreal.
That me forgetting a line was written in the script. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Was it really?
Yeah, hold
on. Brownie, you're fucking crazy, dude. You're nuts.
It wasn't me. No. He wrote it.
You're nuts.
So Johnny came on.
I thought you hired a dude to do that. And I was like, this is he's probably so mad at me that I didn't get anybody because he paid for some fucking random fucking British dude to come on, man.
No, right here.
Incredible.
Brownie.
Incredible.
And I say nothing. And he's like, you forgot your line. Incredible. So that was written. Like I said, he's a trained theater actor. I
think I would feel bad if I didn't tell everybody that I was Peter Pan in the 5th grade play after you said that. So.
Johnny was on. Kenton, our graphics guy, Kenton came on. Bellwood Creative, shout out Kenton.
Yep, what a beauty that kid is, by the way.
Yep, absolutely.
He's like the nature boy of hockey podcast, dude.
Then we had Delaney O'Brien, who is the assistant director of athlete communication at Northeastern. And
what a sweetheart she was.
She's the absolute best. Absolute best. And then we had the premier power forward in women's hockey today, Katie Knoll, with her good friend and the captain of the Northeastern Huskies, Megan Carter.
Yeah, how about them having some technical difficulties at first? Like, I would have thought they would have been way more.
You think because they're young, they should know all that
stuff.
They
should have known better. But I'll tell you what, I need a Katie Knoll jersey. We got to make something up with Carter. Like, we have to.
Yeah,
that was cool. They were here for a while. They were on for a long time.
What's funny is
what's funny is you had to be like, okay, let's wrap it up. They would have hung out with us the whole night.
Well, I felt bad. Like, they were being polite. I didn't want to overstep.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, there's a difference between being polite and not being polite. They were legitimately having fun.
No, I think so as well. I just didn't want to take advantage.
A+.
So Carp was the one who was like, you should have Katie Knoll on because you guys will hit it off.
Where the fuck is Carp?
He was on 299.
He should be on 300. That guy should be on. I'm a Carp guy.
Should I text him right now and be like, hey, if you see this, hop on?
He won't.
I'll text him right now while we're talking. But anyway, so he's the one who told me to interview Katie.
Katie Knoll has the most pop out of anybody that I think we've interviewed through Northeastern throughout. Maybe not pop. Well, pop too, but she's mentioned the most, I think. Just because she has like the cool Katie Knoll does Katie Knoll things, dude. Yeah. Like, she's the premier power forward.
My daughter loved her. And my daughter's new thing, which I didn't tell Katie because I didn't want to embarrass her. She doesn't say Katie Knoll. She sings it like she's an English soccer fan. She's like, Katie Knoll. I'm like, what is that?
That's pretty chill. Does she go, Ked?
No. She goes, blame Ked, is what she says.
Blame Ked.
So, But when Carp told me to have Katie on, so I talked to her a little bit before we start recording, like I always do, and then we stopped recording and we talked for like 45 more minutes. She is such a good kid.
Dude, she's super chill. Both of them were. Both of them had like I thought it's weird. Sometimes you interview people, they like know that you're here for an interview. And it's kind of like, okay, like we'll get through it. And like sometimes it's really good and you can tell that they want to be there. And then sometimes it's like, okay, like let's kind of wrap it up. I think that we could have talked to both of those girls until like probably 1 o'clock this morning.
It was like Bo Bennett. We could have been on the phone. Remember that with Bo Bennett? We could have been on with Bo Bennett for like 2 hours.
Bo Bennett's pouring wine out of his glass. By the way, they had a USA flag in the background. What's that right? Oh, what's that right there?
Oh yeah.
You see that?
So that's what I have.
They were cool. They were really, really, really cool.
Yeah, it's an awesome group, man. They're a great group.
Yeah, but like they're down to earth too. Like they didn't have to do that. Like you know what I mean? Like sometimes like people think like they're way too big for their britches. Like, dude, I would hang out both of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%.
I'm not telling tales out of school. I texted Alina Mueller to say, "Hey, we saw you on the draft. Glad to see you staying in Boston. So happy that we get to come watch you play."
I mean, Brown, you've developed a great thing with these girls in this.
Oh yeah. But she's a three-time Olympian, Olympic superstar. And she's like, thank you so much. It means so much to hear from you. I mean,
well, 2 claps for Brownie.
No.
You've developed this Howlin' Husky thing. You've taken this, and again, like, dude, before you started doing this, not that I wasn't into women's hockey, it was just kind of like, truly. And then you started doing this, and it's like, okay, like, let's start paying attention a little bit. You understand that, like, these girls are super talented.
Yep.
They have a routine. Like they're pros. Even if they're in college, they're pros.
Right.
The way that they live their lives like that, that's what they do.
And that might have been breaking news that they are both hoping to join the PWHL next year.
And the coolest part about it, in my opinion, this is why I'm actually a Northeastern fan, not just making it up, is they just don't get good players. They get fucking good people. Like those girls were really, really, really cool.
Yep.
Like, and I was very, very impressed by them. So that
everybody that's come on from that program has been awesome.
Yes.
The only one that I was my screw up was when I had Frankel on and I forgot to hit record for the first 10 minutes. That was the only hiccup we've had.
That might have been a little awkward, no?
It was very awkward. I felt horrible.
Yeah.
But it'll never happen again. And rumor has it, Skylar Irving wants to come on the pod. So that'll be sick. The mayor of Kingston herself.
Okay. All right. Get her on, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe, dude, fucking bring me in. I want to start doing these. Like, that was cool. I'm in.
You want to hop on with these guys? Yeah.
I'd hop on with you, dude. We go back and forth a little bit. Like, they were just, I don't know, the way that they talked and the way that it wasn't, I don't know. It was pretty sick, I thought.
That's how it is with all of them. It's just, you're just hanging out, like shooting the breeze with them. They just, like you said to me a long time ago when I was nervous about interviewing Bobby Carpenter, you're like, he's just a regular guy who's just better at hockey than you. And they're the same. They're regular people. They're just younger, female, and better than us at hockey.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're still hockey players. Like when I first started doing the write-ups, I was texting Carp like, hey, can I say this? He's like, dude, they're hockey players.
Yeah.
You know, so
they were super down to show. But hey, happy 300th, buddy.
Happy 300th to you, pal.
Glad you enjoyed your Taco Bell. You know my post podcast, what I need to do now. So we're gonna log off. But everybody, thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, all of our listeners, that was awesome. That was the craziest episode we ever had. So
for sure,
that was cool. Maybe we'll do it for 350. We'll figure it out. But thank you guys.
400, Jerome McGinley on 400. Iggy, we're coming for you. With or without Rihanna, Iggy, we'd love to have you.
And with or without Iggy. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will talk to you guys soon. We have our previews coming up. So pay attention. See you guys later.